Hello. Wait, where's my camera? Over there. I looked over to that tripod.
Arthur, do you want to stop and restart, or are you just gonna...
Nah, mate. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Uneducation Station. What episode?
No idea.
No idea. We have a guest today, and it is a guest that... Where am I going with this?
Is a guest.
Is a guest. Is it one of the boys? Is it an incredible social influencer that'll change your lives? Maybe not. It is a huge celebrity from multiple blockbuster movies. Blockbuster doesn't exist, but multiple HBO Max movies? Probably not. But he's a homie. And today we have some guy named Jackson.
Or ColeBjack.
ColeBjack.
Some guy named Jackson.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just, he's another one of the homeless guys that we picked up off the street, and we decided...
We pick up a lot of homeless people. That's how desperate we are for guests,
Right?
It's just like, oh, you look like you would look pretty on camera. Come shoot a podcast with us.
Is that why I'm all here? Oh, is that why I'm all here for? I can't speak, man.
It's okay. This happens with our guests. It happens every time, but you'll warm up to it. It's all good.
English is not my first language. It's Jackanese.
Okay. Get canceled RTA speed run any % right now. Okay, are you guys ready to talk about that? I don't have a topic. You know what? We should introduce yourself. Jackson, who are you?
All right, I'm Jackson. I'm ColeBjack. Basically, I just play games with you guys. I can't stream because I'm playing on a PC, Dell Inspiron. Freaking
PC or a laptop?
Laptop, basically.
Laptop. Start shitting on PC. I play it on a PC instead of an Xbox.
Yeah. No, I get 20 frames at the most on Valorant, which is the main game I play.
Yes.
And then like 18 on CSGO,
Hell
which
yeah.
makes it fun when I play against you guys because you guys have literally like 20 times the amount of frames as I do.
Hey, man. We spend more money to have you throw money at the problem,
But hey, I will have the PC here soon.
You will have a PC. He did. I was helping Jackson part out a PC. Even in this climate when you can't get a graphics card because there's ways around it. Still didn't get a graphics card though, but there's ways around it.
Right.
But I did that, and then we're actually gonna build it later today, I think.
Hell yeah.
Yes. So that'll be a lot of fun. I was gonna record it, but or I think the plan was to have it recorded like way back, just for fun, but unfortunately time is not of the essence, so I don't think we're gonna do it.
No.
I mean, we can still, but it would be kind of yikes.
Also, we're doing it at my place, so it's a little different.
It is a little bit different. I mean, who knows, you know, why not? But maybe next time. It's all good. We have you on a podcast instead.
Yeah.
Woo, sound effects. Clapping sound effects. Yes.
We don't have those.
We don't have those because unfortunately I didn't want to spend $500 on something just to put microphones into.
Yeah.
Anyways. So yes, we have Jackson, and I'm surprised you went ahead and bought your PC parts immediately because I was gonna tell you like, we'll let's figure it out. We'll go as we go.
Dude,
things can change.
I've been trying to figure this out for the last probably 3 months since I've had a paycheck, and then you gave me a list of stuff. I'm like, sure, that works. I don't care. I just want something.
A tech guru strikes again.
Right?
Your boy. I'm always here if you want PC help, unless I'm sleeping, which happens a lot,
Or recording.
There which happens sometimes.
Sometimes.
At least once a week at
least
around
once.
12 o'clock PST.
Yes. Yes?
Yeah.
Yes. Actually, no, I stream at night now. So
Yeah.
at a certain time, I did stream at 12 p.m. and it was great. And then I was like, that's not happening anymore.
Yeah, you always stream when I'm playing Val, which is like from like 10 o'clock to 12 usually.
Yeah.
And I usually have just your stream up on my phone next to it because I can't run a stream and play games at the same time.
The struggles. It reminds me of back when I had my old laptop. You got to find some creative ways to do what you got to do, you know?
Bro, no joke. I tried to run OBS while playing Valorant one day.
No chance.
Just to like see if I could record my gameplay so I could go back and like rewatch it and everything, see what I did wrong. Dude, first game, I load in. Dude, 8 frames per second. I was like, dude, this does not work.
I mean, back, when we had our old laptops and stuff as kids playing like Minecraft for like 10 frames per second, that was the vibe.
Yeah, but that's Minecraft. That's not a first-person shooter.
Well, okay, but Valorant and CS aren't the most graphically intensive.
Oh my gosh, that just reminds me of when I had my first YouTube channel of many different YouTube channels that I've had that have been deleted.
Seasoned veteran YouTuber right here.
Yes.
I've only heard about 2 of them.
Don't worry about it. So this was back when I was like 13 years old, and I was trying to sit there and be like a Minecraft YouTuber or some weird random shit. And so
Hey, we all wanted to be.
And so yeah, I would sit there and try to run OBS on my laptop and try to play Minecraft, and it would be quite literally on the recording. It would be about 3 frames per second.
Yeah.
So yeah, not fun.
Are you sure it was OBS? Are you sure it wasn't like Bandicam.com? Watermark? Fraps?
It might as well should have been something like Fraps, but
Oh my gosh. There were so many different ways to record things before OBS. I think OBS existed, but nobody really actually did it. I feel like it should have existed, but if it didn't, I think we're all stupid because we'd use all these paid programs just to get recordings on. But I'm surprised. I'm happy that OBS exists, and I'm happy that it's open source, and somehow it still is getting updated despite it making money somehow. I don't know how it makes money. But
ads?
Do you get
Ad
ads
revenue?
on OBS? Do you get ads on your OBS?
No.
No.
I would hope not.
Maybe it's just sponsors.
Maybe that would. I don't know. Shout out to OBS, by the way, because they
Right.
definitely need a shout out from us. All right.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I
So
don't know
since
what
we
you're
do have a
talking about.
guest, let's talk about more about the guest. I guess.
Guess.
How I met same as Alec from Alec's episode. We're from the same friend group, and I met him through Zach. So Zach, how did you meet Jackson?
We met under a bunch of very specific random circumstances.
Yeah.
So basically, when we were both in high school, I think this was
Your sophomore
my
year, my
sophomore
freshman year.
Yep. So we went on a trip with our band and the varsity basketball team over to Tacoma,
Mm-hmm.
and we ended up staying in a hotel. And so Jackson and I ended up running into each other. They had like a little rec room where they had like a ping pong table and stuff.
Dude, ping pong was so fun on that trip.
And we were sitting there like playing ping pong with our buddy Sherman. Right? Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I actually ran into him the other day.
Oh, really? Awesome. But yeah, we ended up playing ping pong, and then these cheerleaders from another school
Hey yo.
came
Yeah.
down,
Hey,
and they
yo.
just got done swimming, and they were in a towel and
Hey yo.
Yeah.
Bikinis.
and
Hey, yo.
bikinis. And so Jackson and I, being the badass 15, 14-year-olds, we were
Yes.
like, let's teach these girls how to play ping pong.
Right.
And and so basically we ended up standing there for like an hour just admiring our work, like yes, we
You
never
know, hitting it a little bit farther to the right so they actually have to like quickly move. So, you know, stuff happens.
Hey yo.
Hey,
We're
yo.
recording, by the way. Careful.
Yeah.
It's okay, bro. Young Dung high schoolers, bro. We did
Right.
fun stuff. We
Yeah.
always had a lot of fun. Bunch of band geeks showing up. Love that.
Yeah, then-
Love that.
After that, we kind of just like, kept talking.
yeah
And we seemed to always like go after the same girl for some reason in high school, which was weird. And I think that's just kind of how we became friends.
yeah, because it was like,
It's just a competition every time.
no, it wasn't a competition, it was like a friendly like
Rivalry.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got you.
it was more of like a like I would be sitting there talking about a girl who I had a crush on, and then he'd be like, wait a minute, and both of us would unanimously be like, god damn it,
Right.
like why?
I think it happened like 4 times in all throughout high school.
Wow.
Yeah, and then
Up to like, okay, from like in the 2.5, 3 years, it happened those 4 times. Because your senior year, that was a different story.
mhm.
There was a lot of other stuff, but
For sure. Wow, you guys' high school sounds way more eventful than mine. I just had to study. Shit. Asian family, let's go.
right.
Hell yeah, right.
My parents are happy to see me get a C and pass,
That's
So-
good. That's good. We talked about that
which
already.
didn't happen a lot.
Oh man, I can't wait for the educational system episode. I think we need to get Alec for that.
Yeah, I
yeah,
think
we
the
need to-
4 of us need to talk about like the educational system and just like yeah.
That'd be the most chaotic, most terrible, most like bunch of kids talking about how much they hate school. Like,
Dude, I'll be honest. I cheated my way through my last year of high school just to graduate.
So did I. Dude,
Yes.
I found out I was graduating high school like 3 days before graduation.
Dude, my dad literally says like you like bent over the school system and finished it. Yeah. That's the way my dad words it.
Wow.
I just found every single possible way you could pass, like in cheat your way through it, and I did that.
Dude, I don't even know if my dad had told me that, it would have been a different tone. You cheated. Wow, that's crazy. But yeah, oh God, hold on. There we go. So that'll be a fun episode because it seems like we all have interesting opinions on the educational system.
Yeah.
I mean, again, it's not going to be some hating on the school type of thing because, like we've always said, school is still important. It's something you should do. I mean, so how much you did? You're doing schooling for engineer,
machining.
Machining.
Yeah. So
Same thing.
I finished high school and then I went to trade school over in Yakima for a year, and that was my schooling was completely done from that.
That's awesome.
And then I work in a machine shop and a music store. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, he's working 2 jobs because he's fucking cool.
He is fucking cool, dude.
Yeah, cool and tired, boys. Let's go.
Still playing Val 10 Fiesto. That's great. That's great. Someone who actually you completed school, Zach, recently. I don't think you even mentioned it. You, Zach.
Go ahead.
What'd you do, Zach?
I'm not done yet.
You're not done yet? Or no, you did the thing.
What thing?
The thing. Wait, hold on. I thought you were. I don't even. No, I swear to God, you were because you told me that you were, and then you didn't get the job, and I was like, ah.
You want to explain it?
Yes, please explain it because I don't think you've explained it fully. Is it like personal?
No,
Is
it's just there. So I went through the entire.
Here I was.
So here I was,
guy like me,
a guy like me, doing stuff and things and stuff. So basically, what happened was. I went through all of like the in-school stuff, like all of the different terms of learning the different stuff and things. And then my externship had an online class attached to it. And I'm sure you can imagine where this is going.
Yes.
I ended up, yeah. And so I have to take that class again. Yeah. But by the time that this episode comes out, I'm sure I'm going to be done. So
nice.
That's fine.
That's good. That's good.
Backlog.
It's going to be a while since this episode comes up.
But yeah.
But that's good. I mean, you're still doing pretty well. You're doing better than me. So shit. I'm just here.
At least I haven't dropped out yet.
I haven't dropped out. I'm just taking a break.
I mean, at least you already have a job.
Yes, you do have. Yeah, you have an actual job. I'm pretty sure I'm still working the part-time job. So you're doing better than me.
Well, also, too, you are working a part-time job because you're trying to do something else that's fucking way cooler.
Yeah, that would be a way to say it. Yes.
You're like, I'm gonna work a job that I can tolerate until I get all of this shit off the ground that I actually want to do.
Yes, is the plan. Oh, speaking of plans, hold on, I got to burp. Oh, yes, great. What I should have done was turn on this mic and then burp.
Is that going to be the burp cam?
I don't think so. That would be terrible. I would not want that in my professional podcast.
You're just like.
So, how much do you want to talk about the house that we're gonna probably?
Hopefully get into.
Because I don't
house.
know very much of it yet. Because the only things that I know about it is a random phone call from Zach that he just heard, and he's like, "I need to tell somebody." He tells me, and I'm like, "Wow." So how much do y'all know?
Do we want to explain the whole thing of how it started?
Yeah, let's go ahead.
About like the idea of it.
Yeah, so we can go into a lot of detail. Just don't use like specifics and shit.
Yeah,
because
right.
The internet.
The internet.
So originally, I was still at school, and since I was going to school for a job that could pay pretty well, I mean, the job place I'm at right now it doesn't, but it will.
For the
for the most part. I had the idea of like, hey, what if I went to Zach and was like, what if we got a house, and then I had like the mortgage under my name, and then maybe you and maybe another person helped like pay rent, and then we all paid the mortgage together.
Yes.
That was the original idea. Well, things happened, so that's kind of dropped out of the picture.
Mm-hmm.
And then basically it came across of a few people have come up with like, yeah, there's a house up for rent that we can do. And then that never went out. And now it's turned into the whole thing of, hey, well, let's find a house that like 4 of us, maybe even 5 of us can all share. And then it just becomes the goon house of where there's, recording and musical equipment everywhere.
Yes.
And everyone has an expensive PC for no freaking reason, even though we're all broke.
You'll be part of it.
Yeah.
Soon you'll be part of the expensive PC group.
Right?
You're like, everyone except for me.
Until today.
Until
today.
I get that
Hey, let's
graphics
go.
card, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 or 4 more paychecks. Let's go.
Right?
Let's go. Yeah, the music house.
Yeah.
Is I think is there a name? Well, I mean, it's still kind of
I think it's just gonna be like the goon house.
the Goon House
'Cause,
as
like-
part of because our little squad is called the Goon
Squad.
Yeah. TM trademark.
Yeah.
Probably. I don't know.
I think
Maybe we shouldn't trademark that.
I think there's actually a podcast named The Goons.
Oh, we're gonna take
And
over them.
I think it's like the Do and like all those guys.
A bunch
and
of gaming
Soup.
YouTubers. Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
That's all good. I can run them. It's all good.
You're like, oh, you and your combined 30 million subscribers, bring it, bitches.
I can fight them. It's all good.
But yeah, so the Goon House is hopefully gonna end up coming to fruition here early next year.
Fruition.
Fruition.
There we go.
Fruition. It's free.
Free.
Fruition.
Free real estate.
It's free real estate.
Free for free.
Yeah. So, and you, Arthur, have mentioned that you're gonna sponsor us a
I'm
grand
going to
piano.
sponsor you guys a grand piano because who put that there? I don't think I'm going to move in just yet because my family situation is a little different. I already explained it to Zach, but basically Asian families, they don't really move out at 18.
Yeah.
Like you're usually just expected to live with your parents. It's kind of more of a traditional culture thing. And it's like you don't move out until like you're very well established. You're married. You have
Which honestly,
Five
like,
feet-
I like. I
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the
yeah.
idea.
because I know in America mostly it's like 18, get out of the house. You know.
Yeah.
We don't believe in that because that's a little too individualistic. I think because we're more of a collective society, right?
Yeah.
Society. So we would. I mean, it would not be odd to see like my aunt or something living with her parents when she's like 40 or 50
Yeah.
until she gets married and then moves out. It's not that I mean, that literally just happened, and we literally had a wedding last weekend, and now she's moved out. Well, I mean, she's moved out for like a couple of months now, but you know, couldn't have a wedding because of cabbage
Rona.
because of cabbage
because
you know?
of 5G.
Well, no, the 5G was the water they put in our shoulder.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I just got my first 5G vaccine.
Did you get the Wi-Fi 6 one yet?
No, not yet.
No, not yet.
No.
Okay. Did you?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I've had it for a while.
Nice. Next gen. Let's go. We have chips in our arms.
Dude, I'm more upgraded with my body than I am with my PC. boys.
So yeah, that's probably why I would move out. And I mean, it's not like I don't want to move out, of course, but one is to respect my tradition and culture. Two, I also don't really care to move out immediately. I'm already 21. I haven't.
Also, it might be 2 years from now when this happens.
Yeah, for sure.
Who knows?
It could be.
Yeah.
I mean, it could also be tomorrow. You know, who knows?
Doubtful, but yeah.
But I will still sponsor you guys a grand piano anyways because I've been grand pianos shopping since like high school. I've been looking because I want. Well, not high school. No, probably maybe like senior year-ish high school.
So
When I got into pianos, so
Yeah.
at least a couple years.
So my church, which Zach here has actually played on,
Yeah.
we actually have one in our back room, and like it's pretty nice. There's a few keys that if you play it too much, they won't work anymore until you
Yikes.
let it cool down.
Let it cool down because it's a car.
Yeah, but dude, grand pianos just have such a presence with them.
They
They're
do.
so
They do.
substantial.
No matter how, because you can like, I have my or a digital piano over there,
Yeah.
and I mean it's not the most expensive, but you can get more expensive one with keys that simulate wood or one that are
Yeah.
actually wood. You know, and it does have actual hammers in them. You know, but just the ambiance and the feeling of something acoustic is irreplaceable.
And dude, like
You know?
obviously I work in a music store, so I'm seeing all these new pianos come through and get
Yes.
played and all that stuff. And like I've played on some really expensive like keyboards and stuff like
Yes.
that. Nord stage 3s,
Yeah,
stage 6s and all that stuff.
Mhm.
And like even my church has a stage 3 and our other one we have stage 2. Those things are so nice to play through the right speakers and everything. They're just so nice. But yeah, something about just sitting there and just playing on an actual grand.
And
It's such a good feeling.
Dude, it's so cool because that grand piano in particular, when I was at the church and I was sitting there playing it, I was playing it really quietly because I didn't want to be an asshole.
Man, I would have been.
And
I
then-
would have been. Arpeggios.
And then I came in there.
Yeah, and then Jackson came in there and just started slamming on the keys and like just playing really loud, and I was like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah.
Like I forgot how substantial the sound
how much
from like
presence something that can have, especially in like a concert hall or a church hall, you know?
yeah.
So when my church used to do 2 services just because of the COVID reason, so we
Yes.
could still have people in and it wouldn't be too packed. Not fact.
They don't vac. I'm just kidding.
right?
I'm joking. I'm joking.
So we would have like 45, 50 minutes in between services. So in that time, usually what I would do, because I'm tired in the morning and I'm very antisocial.
Nice, as we are.
G Sub sponsor.
G Fuel.
G Fuel.
You can't say that. I have to blur that, otherwise my organization will yell at me.
Dang it. No, so there'd be times
I
where
won't, by the way.
there'd be times where I'd just go in there and sit down and start playing a few like worship songs just to get myself back in the mood for going on stage.
Sure.
By the way, I play on the worship team on guitar. I've been doing it for years now. Just so
and I'm jealous.
yeah. Anyway, I would start doing that, playing songs, just getting in the presence and getting in that like mindset. And then people would come in on the worship team, not on the worship team, and just join in. One time I just started playing this one song that my church loves. And legit, almost all the worship team came in and started singing at top of lungs. And then like a few of our elders in the church started coming in and started doing it. And all of a sudden there was like 25 people in there just surrounded by this piano doing that. And it's like just because of the presence of the piano and like how great that is.
Yeah. You can still, get that. I mean, if it wasn't a digital piano instead, you can still do it, but something about that presence, it's you really don't know until you play the piano for a little bit. Like you touch like a 67 key electric every now and then, and then you press down on one of those ivory keys,
Oh my god. There's just I don't know.
Orgasmic.
It's almost like a sensory overload, especially for people who play mostly on electric pianos like you and I.
Yeah, like
because
most people.
Yeah, like most people who don't have a shit ton of money. Dude,
I find it so interesting how people like have just grand pianos as decoration.
Right.
That pisses
don't know
me
how to
off,
play
dude.
piano.
Yeah, most of the like OfferUp and Craigslist ads are like, yeah, we have this piano. It's just for decoration.
Dude, some of those people that have like the was it Steinberg and
Steinway.
Yeah. They have those freaking multi-$1,000 pianos.
Yes.
And they don't know how to play.
I know.
They can play a C chord.
Cringe. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, play as you want. You're having fun. It's all good. But why do you have a Steinway for that?
Right.
A Model B, some shit like that. Like what do you do? What are you doing here?
Right.
But they are really. I remember the first time I played on a Steinway. I think I talked about it in the podcast already. Did I?
No,
I
don't
haven't.
think so.
Have I not?
Mm-mm.
No.
Oh man.
I have never. Okay.
Oh man. I talked about what?
I will say I've
Go ahead.
never played a Steinway in my entire life. And by the way, for the people who don't know,
yes.
Steinway and Sons is
That's right. Not everybody are music nerds.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Steinway
play
and
Call
Sons.
of Duty here.
Yeah. Steinway and Sons is a really, really reputable piano manufacturer, and they just make the most beautiful pianos in the world.
I think they actually have the 3 most expensive like acoustic grand pianos ever sold. Like the top 3.
they have them in a vault.
Yes,
Jackson.
yes, the Steinway Vault.
The
I don't know
Steinway-
if a Steinway Vault. I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about. I've seen videos.
Or it might be top 2 or something like that.
I don't know.
I
know
wouldn't
they
put it
at least have
past
the top 1.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wouldn't put it. Top 1 is probably like some brand I probably haven't heard of. But
No, top 1 is a Steinway.
oh, is it a Steinway?
Yeah.
It's-
yeah,
I'm pretty
I
sure
just
it's-
watched a video on it like here a few weeks ago.
I swear I watched a video on that too a while.
Wasn't it the one that had like a shit ton of paintings on it and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was- I think it was white and it had just every part of it was just very artistic and super well done.
Well, that probably brought up its stock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But
Because piano or stock.
But anyways, the
everything equates to the stock market nowadays.
Stonks.
stonks. Anyways, tell us a story about
Yes.
you playing a Steinway.
So I think I swear I talked about it at some point. Maybe it was in conversation or maybe it was in a stream. But I used to take music lessons with a music tutor. Shout out to Miss Jane. Still love you, by the way, even though we kind of broke off. She recommended me to one of her friends, who owned a grand piano store, or just like a piano store in general, but mostly grand pianos, right? It gets shipment for grand pianos and stuff. And she let me talk with him and just kind of have like this little session with him and just play around with pianos, because this is around the time where I started learning about grand pianos, or wanting one, and I played an acoustic one for the first time, and I was like, I want one. It was at that moment where the grand piano fund started, and I still have the grand piano fund, and I can buy one at any point. Not because I'm loaded, it's because I know how to save my money.
Don't look at me like that.
But
Jackson, you just bought a PC. Leave me the fuck alone.
I have a job.
So do I. I just got
I've
a job.
had a job.
Okay, fair. All right. Anyways, Arthur,
I have
continue.
a part-time job. All right. So I meet with the guy, very cool guy. It was a lot of fun speaking with him. He taught me a lot about, grand pianos, how they worked and stuff. I mean, it's been a while since I can't really remember, but it was very educational. And we've talked before. It was like,
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Just make sure to say use code North when you take that sip.
Use code North.
Let's go.
Use code North.
Use code North.
Use code North.
Code North. Okay, so
Code Weast.
Weast.
East. I thought you said Weast. Anyways, continue.
So yeah, it was a lot of fun. And we talked about before, when you have like that thing that you love so much, your career, whether it's your career or just your passion or whatever, you can just talk about it for hours on end.
Oh,
And
yeah.
that was this old guy, and it was so great listening to everything he had to say. I would love to meet with him again, hopefully sometime soon. That'd be super cool. And maybe he'll just give me the piano. Fuck it, I don't know. No, he won't do that. But if I can remember what it was, I can't remember what the store was because it's been so long. But if I did, I'd probably throw it up. I mean, it's a public, thing, so it wouldn't be problematical. But anyways,
Don't switch to my shot. I'm doing something sacrilegious.
I'm switching to your shot. You can't even see what you're doing, so it's all good. If you're gonna do it, at least hide you can't even see any logos. We're chilling. So, anyways, God, what am I talking about? Pianos. Piano, grand piano. I visit grand piano place that's so cool. A bunch of grand pianos, just scaling from like $2,000 to $10,000. It's so cool to be in a room like that. You could the present. We talk about present so much, and the average person listening to shut the fuck up, bro. What the fuck are you talking about? Stop being such a nerd. No, dude. Imagine I always say, imagine you're in a room with your favorite
Pop artists.
Your favorite YouTubers and streamers, all of them. And these are pianos, but you could feel that ambiance, that spiritual, this is a crazy room I'm in right now,
Yeah.
So
Right.
that's how it felt like for me. And he just let me go around and play pre-COVID, go around and just play the pianos and just see what I thought. He recommended me stuff after me playing some. I haven't played very much, so I wasn't very good yet, but I was still having a time anyways. And I was just playing things, and he was saying, okay, so you play kind of like this, maybe something like this would be better. Something like this would be better. Maybe you should try, this one might be a little interesting, but give this one a shot. And stuff like that. So I was playing a bunch of them. He was showing me a bunch. And then off in the corner, on a raised area, was a concert grand Steinway.
Oh, dude. Dude.
I asked, can I play it? He said, yeah, you can play it. I'm like, oh.
Okay.
You know what I did, Zach? You know what I did, Jackson?
Didn't play it.
I didn't play it. I walked home from Portland. No, I played that shit, and I had a time. I can't even describe how it feels to play it. It's just so precise. It feels like you can feel almost like the hammer hitting the strings, and it's like you can feel the. Oh my! I'm having it's been so long since I've talked about it, and now I'm reimagining the feeling.
So the fact that I work in one of the stores around here, and we
Yes.
are one of the biggest Breedlove dealers for acoustic guitars.
Mm-hmm.
Breedlove's just one of the acoustic companies
Yes.
from Bend. Dude, we have anywhere from a $300 Breedlove that's made overseas. We also have a $12,000 Breedlove that's made from 3,000-year-old ancient sick of spruce wood.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, playing on those expensive guitars is that same feeling of just it's just this pure sound of it,
Yes.
and just the feeling of it is just so nice.
It's just the only way you can describe it is the feeling.
Yeah.
Because if you say feeling, that's the vaguest way to make it someone understand. Okay, I see probably where you're going.
There's just something about when you learn a lot about something, whether it be pianos, guitars, whatever, and then you are able to to touch it and like it's like
touch it, Zach.
that tactile sensation of just being able to put your hands on an instrument that you've been like drooling over.
An instrument.
Yeah.
I feel it's I'm trying to think of a good analogy in real terms. If something modern that can describe it. Maybe like you've had a I'm trying so hard, but
it's such a difficult thing to really,
because it's not something you can really describe in words, you know?
Yeah,
No.
exactly.
It's a feeling, like I said.
Yeah.
It's a feeling.
It's I don't know. It's like when you sit in the driver's seat of like a really fucking nice car.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. I don't know.
I have not done that yet.
I haven't either. Actually, maybe once. I don't know.
Any car enthusiasts?
I'm more of a classic car guy.
Hmm.
My dad has a 54 Chevy pickup that he's had since 7th grade. And then his dad or his grandpa.
That's crazy.
Yeah, dude, his grandpa owned it before that.
Mhm.
And then his grandpa on the other side of the family is the first person to own it in the Forest Service in Idaho.
Gotcha.
So it's been literally on both sides of my dad's family and then brought down to him. So since it came out of the factory, it's been in my family. And it still has it.
That's so cool.
Dude, and then we rebuilt the full engine and a bunch of stuff on it here probably 4 years ago now, and it took 4 years to do it. Yeah, and it's like his prized possession.
I mean that's another example of that kind of thing, right? Like it's a to the normal person, it's a car, you know?
Yeah.
It's a car. I mean, even to me, I'm not an enthusiast to any sort of level for cars, so even to me, it's like, yeah, it's a car. But I understand, like, just something like that, you know? It's just so different.
Especially with something like that, it has such a thick story.
Mm-hmm.
That's just
For sure.
It's just so
It's
nice.
You can't describe it at all.
Yeah.
But you can understand when I say the feeling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Basically as if like if your parents had something that they cherished all throughout your like bringing up and everything like that, and then like maybe when they passed away or something like that, they gave it to you, like that feeling
Something like
of
that.
getting something from that kind of feeling. I
Yeah,
guess.
that kind of feeling.
and also too, when you learn the history about something, and especially like when you're talking about not necessarily one specific thing, but like a company or about like certain products like Steinway pianos and like Breedlove guitars, and you know there are those iconic, like if you know anything about guitars, you know about their really fucking nice Breedlove acoustics, or if you know anything about pianos, you know about Steinway.
Yes.
It's like being able to not only see one in the wild, but also be able to kind of experience what it's like to
Sure.
use those things, drive that car, play that piano, do all of those different things. It's like the more that you know about something, the more that you can really have an appreciation for it. And so that's why we're sitting here fucking having nerdgasms about fucking pianos and guitars. And yeah, it's just like,
Oh, here we go. Here's one. Imagine you get a new controller.
oh, dude.
A brand spanking new controller after you've tossed yours around, slammed it into the wall a couple of times, into the ground a couple of times.
Dude, I almost broke my freaking keyboard last night.
Oh.
Dude, so I have 2 accounts on Val.
Yeah.
Switch topics. My main account is like in the lowest of low ranks in competitive.
Right. It's a Smurf.
No, it's
No,
not.
it's just
It's literally because this account I've played since I started the game.
right.
So it's still at my elo of when I first started it, even though I'm a lot better at it now.
Mhm.
It's still in that super low elo. So it's an Iron 3, which is Iron is the lowest rank you can get, and then
Right.
3 is like the best of that.
Right.
So like, it's pretty down there. My alt account is in 2 ranks up from that, which is or 2 full ranks. So it's like 8 rank levels or something. It's silver 2, I think. So it's a lot better. But my main account is just horrible. So last night I was playing comp to try to like get it up a little bit. I get into a game. We get like the first few rounds of it, and my teammates thanks for being in iron level. They're like, yeah, we're in the lead. We can mess around. It's like, no. So they just started taking the spike and then just standing up in their spawn and then just blocking themselves off and then not doing anything. So we lost 7 rounds in a row because of that. Oh,
now I am always an advocate for having fun at the game, personally. But that's just.
But dude, we're in comp.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
like,
I know.
There's 2 of us in there that are
even
trying
if
to get our rank up.
Even if I'm playing comp, I wouldn't go that hard.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Okay, if I'm in unrated, which is like no, it doesn't matter what you do.
Casual-ish.
It's just casual play. 100%. I've done stuff where I use only a pistol for the entire game and rated. It's whatever. But like, to comp, like, please.
For sure.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, we will sit there and go into competitive CS:GO games and we'll just dick around and have a time. But
yeah, that's when the 5 of us are together. We've done it in the 4 stacks before, and then we legit told the guy at the very beginning, like, "Yay, by the way, like,
we suck at this game.
Yeah, we suck at this. We're not taking this serious." And thankfully, that one guy was really cool about it.
And sometimes they leave.
Yeah, most of the time we just ran into a cheater.
Oh, yeah. Fair.
Yeah, and this is there's an odd amount of parallels between this conversation and the conversation we had with Alec, because it's just like music, video games, cool.
To be fair, Alec and I are kind of the same person.
He just has longer, flowy hair.
Yeah. And we're different, but like what we like to do is kind of the same.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I definitely picked that up when I first met you two.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely for sure.
Yeah, but it's really cool when you're able to get into those lobbies where it's just super wholesome, like the fucking
for sure.
the knives only game.
Oh, dude, that was like the
CS:GO.
best game of CS:GO I've ever played in my life. Like everybody just cooperating.
Wasn't that in the casual lobby?
It wasn't
too?
a casual lobby, but everybody just cooperates. Like, hey, let's just do knives only. Everybody, yeah, sure. And then like, yeah, let's do Negevs only. Yeah, sure. Scouts only. Yeah, sure. That was the most. And it was for like 5 games.
Yeah.
And everybody was like talking in chat too. It was the greatest shit. It was the best. This is again why, I mean, I'm a COD kid, so of course I'm going to say it. This is why I don't play like competitive stuff. It's fun though, because like whenever we play like 3v3 snipers or something, I get pretty competitive, you know? I get pretty in there, you know? It's like, but I can only do that for so long. For me, at least.
Yeah,
I can only get in the zone.
Hopefully I can join in on those here soon.
Oh, dude.
For
sure.
Jackson, once you get into COD, I think you're going to understand why I've been fanboying about it for so long. But also, it's like when we get into those 3v3 snipers only lobbies and, you know, we go from just goofing around to just try hard mode, and then like, you know, they'll run up to you and punch you in the head a couple times to kill you, and we'll just sit there and fucking lose our minds. We're like,
God, dude, why do you go in a snipers only lobby to punch? Why did you go play Red, bro? I'm still pissed about that. You know what I was playing last night? I was streaming it. We're playing Splitgate. I don't know if you heard of that game. Have you heard of that game? It's a new game that came out. It's free. It's basically Halo, but with portals. Halo and Portal had a baby. It made Splitgate. It's very fun. It's actually very fun. I had so much fun.
I think I saw videos on that this morning on Instagram.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's, I mean, I'm as a COD kid still not in. I still haven't figured out the whole portal strats or anything like that. But it is. I got used to it towards the end. It's a lot of. We should play it. It's a lot of fun.
I saw a video game this morning on Instagram that was like, it looked like it was
like
Halo or something like that, but they were throwing portals in the wall and then going places. Like, what the hell is this game? I've never seen this before.
Yeah, it's really cool and it's free. It's on Steam, so hey, when you build a new PC, maybe we try it out. I don't know.
Hell yeah,
it's a lot of fun.
My coworker got a access to the what is it, Halo or the newest game for, I think it was Halo or something like that. It's coming out.
I know what you're talking about, but I don't follow Halo too much, but I do know what you're talking about.
It's
the
like
one that was
Halo,
supposed
like Infinite.
Yeah, the one that
like
was supposed to be for the launch for Xbox, I think, but it ended up didn't be.
So yeah, they
didn't be words.
They right.
Honest English 2, by the way. Have I mentioned that yet, Zach?
Not yet.
No. All right, cool. Honest English 2. Anyways, go on.
They closed. They have like a closed like beta or something like that where only certain people get it. And my coworker actually got one of these.
That's so cool.
He's literally just been like fanboying over it the last few weeks.
Well, yeah, because like for me, Halo, I haven't played it very much. I played it when I was a kid, of course, every now and then, but I wasn't like one of those Halo kids.
I never got to play it.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I was a PlayStation kid, and so I didn't really play much Halo or what was another game that was an Xbox exclusive?
I don't know, but for me,
I don't
it was always Halo as the Xbox exclusive.
I only had a Wii growing up, so
Hey, same. Let's go. I had 2 of them too.
Yeah,
One for downstairs and one for upstairs.
see, I got 2 of them, but the
Yeah.
first one we got robbed and that got taken away. So
Oh,
then we
yikes.
got the second one. That's the one I've had ever since.
Gotcha. Yeah, we had. It was just our it was like our DVD player because you can just run
Yeah.
DVDs to it, and there was Netflix on it too. You could-
Right?
There was Netflix on your Wii. It was like, let's go.
Dude, my parents never shed money out for that, but I would always go over to my friend's house
Mhm.
who had that.
Yeah.
So we watched a lot of movies on Netflix.
It was a vibe because
from the Wii. It was like, yeah.
back then, no smart TVs.
Yeah.
You don't have Netflix. You can't just Netflix.
Smartphones weren't really a big
weren't
thing.
really a big thing. I mean, they kind of were, but not the thing yet. You know.
Yeah.
Sidekicks.
Oh my gosh, Arthur, I just think of the days when you would come over and we would play fucking MW3
Oh yes, dude.
and we would just sit there and do like 1v1s, trick shots and like all of that kind of stuff.
Because that's what I was into. I
Yeah.
was that nerd.
Yeah, and oh my gosh, dude. I remember just the sheer amount of time I spent on zombies on Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 and World at War actually. But yeah.
Bro, I keep saying I want to have a stream. I mean, you don't have BO2, but I don't know. Maybe you buy it, but it's like, you know, I try to look for like on like the codes or whatever, but unfortunately they're not cheap anymore. So you have to buy it full price. But it would just be so much to just have a stream of just playing town again, just town zombies,
Oh my god.
just
dude.
vibing. That would have been fun.
Not the one game I did get to play though, because I was always over at my friend's house. Was just Black Ops 2 Zombies.
Yes.
Yes.
Dude, the freaking teddy bear in the crate.
Oh, in the mystery box?
Yeah, mystery box. Dude, that thing always pissed me off.
Yes.
Especially in those giant ass maps like
Oh, yeah, for sure, yeah.
buried or
Dude, I remember this is the first time I ever did this. I went over to friends for their birthday party, and my dad told me he's like, yeah, stay up late, play some games. Not really, but yeah, I'll be there to pick you up at like 7:30 in the morning. I'm like, okay.
woo.
I stayed up the entire night playing by myself from like 12 o'clock all the way till 7 o'clock, just on Black Ops 2 Zombies. And I got pretty good in it that night. And then I didn't get to play it for months on end.
Damn. You get really into it. It's very
Yeah.
fun, you know? Arcade, it's an arcade shooter. I know. Brainless monkey brain. I know. I get it.
smooth brain,
Smooth
monkey brain.
monkey brain. I know, but it's fun, you know? It's a lot of fun to play. So,
Dude, I remember, speaking of arcade games, when I went on my cruise back in like, oh God, I think it was going to be a sophomore.
2016 -ish?
Something like that.
Yeah.
I went on a cruise through the Union Passage up through Alaska and everything like that. On the cruise, they had an arcade room and they had the Need for Speed, like actual game with the wheel and everything.
yeah.
So the highest level on that was like the drift level, where basically you go around the map drifting as much as you can, and then once the timer runs out, if you continue to drift, that point keeps going. So this week cruise, I had only played that, and I spent probably $200 playing it. My parents were not happy about that. But
Really in a cruise, that's
Yeah.
all you spent your money on, son?
literally, dude. And by the last day, I had found a way to non-stop drift the entire
Nice.
course.
Nice.
I did one run on my last day that was, I think it took me like 30 minutes to finish.
Damn.
And then I ended up doubling the next highest score on the cruise ship of like all time. So I'm pretty sure I still have the highest score.
You probably do if you got this
On that-
infinite drift type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my score was literally double the highest score, and I think someone
Nice.
cheated to get that score.
Yeah.
Unless they keep like rebooting all the scores every time a new cruise comes on, I still think my score is probably on there.
It's probably let's just say it was. Let's just say it is. Yeah.
For the
Just
sake
say
of the
that.
story.
For the sake of the story, for the sake
Yeah.
of the flex, it's still on there.
Right? I
That's
have
pretty
the
great.
number one drift
Number one.
record on a cruise ship.
Have you ever drifted in real life?
On accident.
As most people have.
Yeah. Dude,
Oh my gosh.
my Mazda, if it was wet, I had no weight in the back at all.
Mm.
For context, I have an 86 Mazda B2000 pickup truck. So all the weight's in the motor and there's nothing in the back. First year of driving, it was raining. I come around the corner. I did a full 360 and then sideways
Oh,
down
that's
this
so
road.
scary.
And then somehow pulled it forward and then just kept going. I'm just like, okay, got home. I literally just get home, just sit there at the couch, just like,
Dude,
I don't want to drive in there's rain anymore. Fuck that.
I don't want to drive in the rain anymore. Dude, I had a couple of those stories happen. Like,
I've done it in the ice too on that trip.
yeah. Oh my gosh, dude.
Ice is a different story though.
Yeah.
Yeah, ice is an entirely different story. Ice is
just a gamble.
ISIS.
God. So much censoring I have to do in this episode. I have to edit this episode.
Arthur, let's be real here. You're not going to edit anything. In
Oh,
this
not one
episode.
bit.
Yeah, no, it's not going to happen. But yeah, I've had a couple of times where I did like a 360 and ended up in the ditch in front of my neighborhood. That was kind of bad.
Yeah.
That was in my Beamer too. God, what was up with us and just having piece of shit cars when we first started driving? I mean, it made sense, but at the same time, it was just like, wow, this is a death trap. Because
I still wish we would have used that Beamer more.
Oh, I know. With the power of hindsight. So
Sure.
Dude, first time he let me drive that thing, I peeled out of a random I don't think anyone was even leaving there yet. A driveway onto this road that's like maybe a mile and a half long of just straight road.
Oh, yeah. Is it the
So-
one that in your neighborhood?
no.
No, okay.
No, it's longer than that one. So I know about this. So we go up there, we do one run, then come back, and then he's like, or I was like, hey, can I try? So he regrettably at the time,
Reluctantly.
let me drive, and I peeled out and redlined in second gear.
No, it was in first
It
gear.
was in first gear still. Red line, like spinning wheels out. And he was so mad about that. But we got up to like, what, 135? Something like that on that
Damn.
road.
That's crazy.
And then he never let me drive that car again.
and now
That first and last time, man.
and now when
I came, I saw, I conquered.
now when I let you drive my car, I am very aware of what you're doing with it, even though
Yeah.
you know like that car's not going to get up and go very fast. Yeah, but there oh my gosh, like there have been a couple of times where it was either I was driving your car or you were driving my car, and it just felt like one of us was going to die. Like
Dude, every time we come down from Klatsgana on the hill,
oh my
because
god.
you have to slow down to like 35 miles per hour around this corner to get onto the bridge. This man never remembers about that. So he's going down this like 2 mile long hill, going 60 miles per hour, starting going to turn, and all of a sudden it's like, yo, slow down.
Hey, we've gone through that corner plenty of times and nothing bad has happened
Luckily.
yet.
Yeah.
All right. Remind me to drive whenever we need to. Yeah. I'm a safe driver, boy. I
actually am a safe driver.
Okay.
I just
He,
drive fast.
he can attest to this. I'm actually a very safe driver.
Okay.
But
But you'll have some fun.
that in the right time, I
in
will
a
have some
controlled
fun.
environment.
Right,
Yes.
right. Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good to know.
I've also been driving since I was like 8. So, dude, I grew up on a farm.
Okay.
Like,
okay.
during the summers, I grew up on a farm.
Mhm.
My grandparents own like cow pastures and everything like that. So we do haying season every year. Well, they do. I used to.
Right.
Now I'm working boy. I get out of it. But yeah, so
civil servant.
dude, so like at age like 8, like I was driving tractors and everything like that,
Mhm.
doing all that stuff, and then having to drive the car from one farm to the other so that I could help my grandpa.
Sure.
So yeah, I've been driving for a long fucking time.
Okay. That reassures me.
Yeah.
Zach, on the other hand.
I just drive fast. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm not
don't-
I'm not like a super dangerous driver.
You drive fast and you don't know where you're going half the time.
That's yeah. Basically.
Not my favorite combo in the world if I had to choose two things.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, after I T-bone someone going 60 and knock them into a ditch, yeah, I don't really drive. I drive very carefully now.
Yeah. I've
So-
actually never
Wait,
been
that
in a
happened?
crash.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, you never told me about that.
Have I not?
No.
Oh. Well, it's not a very glamorous story.
Yeah.
Not really something I go gloating about, but it's the reason why I'm more of a careful driver nowadays. Because I mean, I was being a careful driver then too. I was
Right.
pretty confident in my driving. I guess I'll go into story mode. I guess my first ever car crash was my fault. even though I'm a very safe, which tells you, even if you're a safe driver, you can never be too sure. Because all that happened was I was driving on a road I was unfamiliar with. There was a stop sign. I saw the stop sign, did not register in my brain that it was a stop sign. So I kept going.
I've had that.
It's like human error, you know? Yeah. It's tough. What are you going to do? How do I fight that in court, you know? Luckily, dude, I got let off with a warning for that. I was like, whoa. I mean, I was in shock and I was freaking out, but even I was like, oh, really? I mean, no one got hurt, luckily.
Yeah.
I'm surprised though, because I'm going, I don't think actually no, it wasn't 60. It was more like 50, but on like a small road, 50. Yeah. And then they're going 50 the perpendicular way, which is absolutely crazy because this is how you know this life is just so fucky wucky because like unfamiliar road, I'm going this way. There's just happened to be one car going the same, like just the perfect amount of speed for me because I'm not slowing down or anything. I'm going constant speed. They're going constant speed. Perfect alignment. How does that happen? Gosh. How does that happen?
Just
that's
the
too
luck
perfect.
Of the draw.
The
you know
perfect
what I mean?
Trajectory for something fucky wucky to happen.
I know.
I mean, yeah, it was.
I mean, I'm not. It's my fault. I'm not saying it wasn't my. Like, come on, life.
Yeah.
You know, dad. You know, but it was my fault. But that's just so stupid. How just like that just. And then there was like maybe a car that came finally like maybe 10 minutes afterwards. Like that's how not busy it was.
Right.
So it was just so unfortunate that one car happened to drive through and then hit. This is I took calculus. Perfect projector. Perfect trigonometry.
There we go.
You know, it's unfortunate, but yeah, I knocked them into it. I knocked them like 20 feet into a ditch. Their car is sideways. I'm like, well, not like that. I'm more like freaking out because, you know, shock. But yeah.
Oh, no, the stereotype's real.
Oh, no. Oh, God. But yeah, it was not very pretty. I totaled my car. I totaled their, actually, I don't even, actually, no, I definitely totaled their car. But people came, helped out. Sheriff came. He was like, wow.
Wow, dude. What the fuck?
Really?
Wow.
But I'm still like, if you would have seen it, it would, I'm surprised nobody got hurt because I really knocked them. And two, I'm still surprised like I left with a warning. I'm very grateful. Maybe that was just my only stroke of good luck at that moment. But I got a warning. He's like, okay, I'll leave you off with a warning because your record is good. And I'm like,
right.
Wow.
Yeah, and I mean, I was not as lucky when I got into my car accident.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, you guys both know the story, but I can kind of give you a Reader's Digest version for the people listening. So basically, I was on a road, like I was at a stop sign, and then there was through traffic, but there was a hill on either side, and so the visibility at that intersection is just absolutely dog shit, and both of these people can attest to that.
Yeah, I actually almost got the same thing almost happened to me here a few weeks ago at that intersection.
It was fucking. It's
there
bad.
should not be an intersection where there's a hill.
Yeah. On both sides, like it comes down.
Yeah,
and
that
it's just
sounds
like,
terrible.
Yeah, so basically, I was trying to take a left turn there to go to the high school, and I always, I have looked like so it's basically 3 hills that kind of meet at this intersection, which is fucking stupid. And so when I'm going down the hill to get to the stop sign, I always look to the right to see if there's any people coming down that hill because I almost got rear-ended a bunch of times on that intersection. And so I looked at that. That was fine. Stopped at the stop sign, looked to my left. No, it was right, left, right. And I was watching the right side as I was going through the intersection. And this guy was just fucking hauling ass cheeks down the hill. And he ended up T-boning me.
Yeah.
He hit me like right in front of my driver's side door.
Yeah, it's hard. You did a safe stop too.
Yeah.
You know, you did the right, left, right. You did the thing.
Yeah.
The right, left, right. You did the thing. And then that still happens, you know?
Yeah. And I got a fucking ticket for it.
It's your fault. You followed the rules and you got a ticket.
You bastard.
You.
No, it was
you, a law-abiding citizen.
Fuck you in particular. But yeah, the cop that came over, I don't even think it was a sheriff in our county. I think it was like some random.
So he didn't know. He wasn't familiar with like how shitty that situation was.
Yeah, exactly. And so basically he gave me a ticket for failure to yield at a stop sign when he was just sitting there listening to this guy, and this guy was such an asshole.
Oh my
like
God.
the guy who I got into that accident with, like, he immediately got out of his car and started yelling at me because I wrecked his work truck when he was the one going 65 down a hill that has
Ford Ranger drivers.
Yeah, fucking Ford fucking Ranger, man. And so he was sitting there yelling at me. He had like a binder that he was using as like a notepad. He was writing a bunch of notes and shit and walking around my car and like all this kind of shit. And
Oh my God. What a pretentious
he asked
asshole.
me for all of my insurance info, and I was sitting there basically
Yeah.
like
Right.
trying to like,
you're a kid.
Yeah.
You know, like
I'm literally a fucking
You're a
kid.
kid, first accident. Like what? I didn't know what I had to get my dad to come to do all this stuff because I couldn't do it. You know, first accident. I'm a kid. I'm a teenager. I'm in shock. I'm not moving. I'm not talking. I'm not doing. I'm still trying to register what the fuck just happened. So what do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Why
and
are
the
you being an
audacity of this fucker, because I had to pry my door open
Yeah.
to get out of my car.
Jesus.
And like Jackson, you and I were friends at this time, and so
Mhm.
you saw my car. I'm sure I sent you
I
pictures.
saw pictures.
But like, yeah, my car was fucked, and
Mhm.
and this guy was just absolutely losing his mind. And then the cop showed up, and he was being an asshole. And my mom showed up because it was over by my house. My mom showed up. He was being an asshole to my mom, and it's just like, fuck you, man.
Unbelievable.
I was like 17, and
Yeah.
you know, and with the power of hindsight, you know, I was still a kid.
Yes.
And I still feel like a fucking kid, and I'm 21, you know, and so trying to figure out how to deal with that situation while adrenaline is pumping, while I have a massive fucking migraine and I got a concussion from that.
My puberty is flaming right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was just I had no idea what to do with myself. And so, yeah, after all of that was said and done, I had to fucking go again, like go through that same
Oh my gosh,
intersection
dude.
again
Oh,
after I
God.
got my car towed, because I had to go get a bunch of stuff from school. And I was driving my giant ass fucking Suburban. And so I just felt like I was in a goddamn boat. And it was just like, I still get such bad anxiety at that intersection.
It sounds
like,
terrible.
and
That sounds so stupid.
honestly, like, I'm so lucky that he didn't hit my door, because I probably would have like died.
You wouldn't
Yeah.
be here if you pulled out 2 feet more. You probably won't be here.
Right, exactly. And so, I mean, I'm grateful that it turned out the way that it did, but at the same time, it's like, fuck that guy in particular. But yeah, I ended up getting it. What is it called? Like an annulment, where if you go a certain amount of time without getting a ticket, they'll just wipe it from your record.
Is that so? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Dude, know what's funny about that? The only like major thing I remember about that crash is that the weekend after we had a jazz competition.
Oh,
I had to pick you up at like 5 a.m.
Oh yeah.
so that we could drive to Clackamas.
Was that was
Damn.
that the same jazz festival?
Yeah.
What-
Damn,
yeah.
you had to
Okay.
drive north to him and then back south. That's fucked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was really fucked. And like I was driving the
Dude,
Suburban.
He was gonna drive all the way to Clackamas, and it was like the weekend after this had happened.
Oh, dude, no, don't.
Dude, I straight
I-
up like, dude, no, I am
No.
picking you up. I am driving you
Yeah,
there.
I could not. When I got my accident, I could not drive for a month.
Yeah.
I did not want to be behind a wheel. I was so
Yeah.
yeah. It's not pretty. First accident, and we're kids. Puberty, social anxiety, flaming right now,
Dude,
on
so-
fire.
So I've never been in a crash before,
Mhm.
or like I think I've been in a car during a crash, but it was like a minor one.
Mhm.
But what's funny is that I've been pulled over probably like 4 times now. I've only gotten a ticket once, and out of all the times I've been pulled over, only once was it because I was actually doing something illegal. Yeah, I was speeding. I was going like
Mhm.
10 miles per hour over the speed limit on a freeway.
Bruh.
Yeah,
Bruh.
bruh.
Oregon?
No, it was
Interesting.
it was in Washington.
Interesting. Oregon sucks. for
Well,
that.
okay, I was going in between Yakima and Pendleton.
Mhm.
And that stretch of highway, just cops are just
Oh.
There
rude on it.
there are times where cops are just trying to meet a quota.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, that's true.
and like, you know, I don't really want to talk about police, because you guys both know how
Yeah.
I feel about.
Mhm.
And your dad was a cop too.
Yeah, exactly. And
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
I'm not the biggest fan of how the world is going
Right,
right now.
yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I mean, there are some cops that are out there that are just trying to be assholes and
Yeah.
trying to like.
on the other end of it, the other 3 times I've been pulled over, one was so on my truck. So my left turn signal is kind of like iffy.
Little fucky wucky.
Yeah. And you know this because you haven't driven it. You don't have the feel for it. You have to turn it down to turn left. You have to flick it just right, or else it just won't go.
Ooh,
It'll just start going, like just going like that, and the back one doesn't go off when it does that. But if you do it right, they'll normally do it. So this was when I was first figuring out how to do this. It just started. I was making a left turn. I think I was driving home through the gorge or something like that. And a cop was behind me. I saw the cop was behind me. So I tried to do it perfect. Couldn't get it. And it was my turn to go. And then I just had to go without having a turn signal on. And then they pulled me over. I explained the full thing to them and then actually demonstrated what happened. Of course, when I go to demonstrate it, I try to push it down so that it will do it. And it does it perfect.
Right. Right.
And then I was like, wait 1 second. I flipped it back up, hit it again, and then it did the thing.
Yeah.
And
okay, that's good.
She let me off with a warning and just like, just try to get it fixed or learn how to use it properly, kind of thing. The other time, so there was a ball like hitch on the back of my truck, and it was like welded on there. We could not get it off, but it was also blocking part of my license plate. So I got pulled over for that because the ball was blocking the license plate on there.
Right.
And I full explained to him like, yeah, like we can't get this off. Like we've tried so much. Now I actually have it off. We had to take a full grinder to it.
Oh yeah.
Fuck. Yeah, we had to grind the bolt off on the bottom side. That was cool. But yeah, he let me off a warning for that. And then he actually talked to me about my truck for a bit because my truck's one of those ones where like some people like, that's cool.
That's cool.
Like,
Yeah, there you go.
It's a 2000 Tacoma. Like, if you're a truck enthusiast, like you'll like the truck.
Yeah.
But
that's nice.
And then the other one, I don't even remember what it was. It was like when I first started driving, I was still in the Mazda. I got pulled over for something, and they're literally just like, "Hey, I know you're new. You gotta do this. Stop it." Okay, and then just let me go.
Nice.
Yeah. I thought it was going to be a noise thing because that truck was
That's what it
loud.
was.
It was a noise
Dude,
thing, yeah.
So my my Mazda was straight piped and had a cherry bomb muffler on it. And if you don't know anything about cars, a cherry bomb muffler basically makes your car sound like a race car.
Right.
It's a muffler on steroids. Plus, it's straight piping, so it's also loud as heck.
Yes.
So there'd be times where I'd be taking off from his place, from my parents' place, and you could still hear me going a mile down the road. It was way too loud.
Dude, okay, I remember on so many occasions, like the road that I was talking about, that I had the car accident, I could hear Jackson. This is about 1.5 miles away from my house. I could hear him go all the way down that road, and I could hear him take the turn and then go up the hill.
Because when you're going up the hill, all of a sudden it's even louder.
Yeah, because you got to push it harder.
Yeah, dude,
that's so unfortunate.
And it's so funny because his truck was so fucking slow, especially like right before you got the Tacoma. Like,
dude,
it was like
it
having
sounded like a race car, but it was dude. It literally got up to 60 miles per hour, and I think the fastest I could ever do it was like 17 seconds to get to 60.
And it's
but it sounded like you were ripping though,
right? It's so funny because I would be sitting in the car with him and it'd be like, and it's just like
he's going for you.
No, he's up to like 35, and it's just like
this fucking guy.
He's not even like red lighting it or anything. That's just how it fucking sounds. It's just like.
Okay. Also, the only reason why I was like that, so my brother had blown the head gasket on it. Blown.
Many verbs in this show.
So we had rebuilt it, and my dad, like, I hadn't started driving yet. I think I was still in 7th or 8th grade. My dad at the time was like, "Yo, let's make this thing sound like a race car. Does that sound good?" And no, 8th grade me is like, "Yeah, that'll be cool. Sounds cool. Yeah." His original planning is that if he makes this thing as loud as possible, he'll make it so that I can never sneak out or sneak in. So as soon as I turn that truck on, no matter where I am, even if I'm at the end of the driveway, he's going to hear it start.
Yeah, he bamboozled you. He got you. That's unfortunate.
Yeah. Which I mean, like, if he wouldn't have done that. Would I have snuck out? Yeah. Did I still sneak out a few times?
Yeah.
Twice, I think.
Twice.
And,
Yeah, that's
and I pushed my truck all the way down the driveway, which is like a full 100 yards. And then started it and then just slowly took off. Hopefully my parents don't watch this because I never told them about that.
I mean, you passed the statute of limitations on it anyways.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's all good, probably.
I mean, to be fair, my dad has told me some of the stuff from when he was in high school. So
we all, I mean, me not so much, but everybody has like just driving stories. They're just doing dumb stuff, and it's been a couple years, decades, or whatever. It's whatever. Water on the bridge.
Yeah.
We're just everybody, like I said, young dumb kids just doing young dumb.
Dude, my first day driving, I almost got ran over by a semi truck.
Jesus.
There's a reason why that road by my house I call the Speedy Go Fast road, like the road adjacent to the spooky, scary death road or the death intersection. I don't even know if I want to say how fast I've gotten up to in
Your
the
dad's
not on
Lexus?
Huh?
In your dad's Lexus?
Let's not talk about it.
Yeah.
My dad watches this show, dude.
Oh, when he was saying that he went 135 earlier, he was joking.
No. I'm sorry. Not really.
Yeah, I'm not either. That was fucking terrifying, but really fun. But yeah, it's really funny when I just kind of look back at all of the stupid shit that you and I have done, because
done a
like
lot.
we were talking about this yesterday. Like we've just sat down and just looked back at all of the stupid random trips that we went on.
Just stupid random trips. We've had the cops called on us a few times.
For us not really doing a whole lot.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you jumped off my roof and that scared the shit out of me. Twice. You got on my roof when we were playing hide and seek. Twice.
At night.
Yeah.
I climbed a fence and then very barely was able to reach the roof and then just pulled myself up and then hit on the roof.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Y'all white people are crazy.
y'all white people are crazy. Yeah. It's just hard to think of all of the random shit that we've done together, because you and I have been hanging out for what, like 6 years now, 5 years?
I think it's a freshman, so 4 years plus like 2, it's like 6 years, I guess.
Yeah, 6 years. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been really cool, and especially being able to like have the worlds collide with like all my different friend groups, because like I introduced you to like Alec and
so many friend groups.
yeah.
We're all different people, man.
Yeah.
We're all different cliques in high school
I'm like
merging together.
I'm like the one guy of your friend that I can join into any of your friend groups.
Just on accident.
Yeah.
And I'll just be like, hey, can my buddy Jackson come? And they're like, fuck it, dude, sure. And
Yeah.
then, you end up in the Discord call, and you are there for moral support because we're playing
Support.
COD. Moral support because we're playing COD, and you're just sitting there watching us get so fucking angry and just absolutely lose our goddamn minds. Or the 2v2s in CSGO.
Oh, man, those are so much fun.
Those are
oh
a
my
lot
gosh.
of fun.
Dude, or have you had a chance to play hide and seek with us?
Yeah, I have. I have.
That
Dude,
was
those
so
ones are fun.
that
Those are
was
very
so
fun.
much fun.
Yeah, we gotta make it like a proper dude. I'm supposed to edit Alex's video for a hide and seek game you all did like 5 months ago. He's like, I'll pay you for it. I was like, yeah, sure, I got you.
Right?
Still haven't done it.
I got the podcast working though.
Hey man, there's a PEMDAS. There's an order of
There
operations.
is a
There's
He's cool with it though. I've talked with him. It's all good.
Yeah.
Oh, his cover he did recently, or recently-ish, it came up on my YouTube mix. I was like, what the fuck? I texted him like, why are you in my VTuber J-pop music YouTube mix, bro?
He did a cover?
Yeah, he did a cover on his YouTube channel.
Oh yeah.
Wait, Alec has a YouTube channel?
Yeah.
Yeah. He doesn't post very much, or even at
No,
all. I don't think.
Not really.
That's like one of his only videos. But yeah, he did a cover of something.
God,
I do not
we all
remember.
sound like really bad friends.
We do sound like really bad friends. But to be fair, I don't watch anything that isn't anime. So
Also, is it just me or has YouTube just been like very lacking on like videos that like look like they'd actually be fun to watch?
I've noticed that. Like,
Yeah.
the YouTube algorithm has just been like, okay, I think you're getting too old for this shit. I think you need to go, like, do big boy shit.
Right.
I think so. Well, I mean, I say
Like,
that,
dude,
but I watch VTubers. So,
Dude,
you know?
dude, this happened last night to me. I was scrolling. I got probably through like 70 videos of just scrolling through looking for something. I was like, dude, there's nothing in here. So I refreshed it, and it was the same videos in different order.
Yeah, it's been super bizarre because you'll just sit there and be like, I want to watch some wholesome fucking Call of Duty content or whatever.
Yeah.
And all of the YouTubers that like we normally watch or, you know, whatever, their videos just aren't being pushed. And so I'll see a video that was uploaded like 3 days ago and I'm like, what the fuck? I should have saw this by now.
Dude, what makes me like most mad is that I want to watch a video that's like 10 minutes long. That's the videos I like to watch. Literally the only thing in my recommendation thing is Valorant clips that are 30 seconds long. So it's like, oh, this sounds like a funny video to watch, and I'll click on it and it'll be over. It's like,
God damn it.
I don't want these.
So do you watch or do you use TikTok?
I do. I don't post on it.
Yeah, sure, but
which he's been trying to get me to for a while. I'm just
it's just for shits and giggles.
yeah.
well, you'd use it more than me, who doesn't use it. So you use it as like another media browsing type of thing. Yeah.
So if YouTube's too lazy, I'll go to Instagram. If Instagram's too lazy, I'll go to TikTok.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And see
And
all
if
the
TikTok's too lazy, then I have to go to
fuck.
Facebook.
No, then you need to go to bed.
Yikes.
Yeah.
You need to go to bed if TikTok doesn't have any random shit that would be
That's why I
entertaining for you.
use Twitter.
Yeah.
Twitter is super fun.
I have a Twitter just for Valorant and CS:GO updates.
Yeah,
and for uned stuff, right?
yeah, right. You follow us, right?
Right?
I do on Instagram and YouTube.
We don't have an Instagram.
We don't have an
not?
Instagram.
Oh, I just see it on both of your posts then.
Oh, okay. Fair.
So it's
All right,
probably just
fine.
me.
Fine.
Yeah.
I won't kick you out then. All right, fair.
Get out.
So what kind of games are you looking to play after you build your PC?
Well, first of all, I just want to get better at Val
Right.
because that's like the main game I play.
Yeah, I really hope. So I'm pretty sure. So let me break it down just ever so slightly. As you guys know, probably graphics cards are, as we say in here, fucky wucky right now.
Right?
So you know
Yep.
you're not getting one unless you're stupid, and you want to enable those people to keep doing it.
Yeah.
So don't do that. Anyways, so we're going with integrated graphics, and obviously not Intel. We're doing AMD because their Vega graphics are pretty good. And that's the CPU that we got you because they recently dropped the 5600G and the 5800G. One of those, 58 or 57.
Yeah,
one
we
of
got
the 5600G.
We got the Ryzen 5 5600.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is going to be a 6-core, 12 threads, which is great because in the past, I mean, these are numbers that you don't get, but basically, cores are how do I explain it? In the more cores you have, the more information it can do because it's a clock.
Yeah.
The more times it can go around, or the faster it can go around, the better. So you have more cores, more clocks.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, and then threads are basically like duplicates of it. Basically, someone is cringing right now. It's okay. I got to explain it somehow.
Right.
But in the past, when you have integrated graphics, you'll have, like, let's say 6 cores, 6 threads instead of 6 cores, 12 threads.
Yeah.
So half as much, but that's because you need to save some resources for the GPU. So that's really cool that you get it. And obviously not as fast as the, like if you were to get a 5600, for example, but it'll do the job. And what I'm hoping is that you should still be able to play like Val and CS and Minecraft and stuff, and probably even COD with integrated graphics, with reasonable settings, lowish, medium.
Which I'll still be running all low settings.
Yes.
Dude, that's the one thing with Val.
People just
pro players,
low settings, 4:3 res.
Dude, there's actual advantages to having lower settings because you don't have as much stuff actually popping out on your screen. One thing, if you are on Val and you're running high settings, if you're playing against the character Viper and she puts up a wall, her wall actually, if you have high settings, is like thicker and wider.
Oh.
So if you have low settings, it's only this thick. So if someone's foot steps out, you can see him quicker. If you have high settings, you won't see that leg.
That's crazy.
So that everyone's running low settings on Valve anyways. Or
Right.
Medium settings. That way they can still have.
And then you can
like,
choose
nice
whatever you want to be
quality
low and stuff,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel that. Yeah, I know. I mean, I've been in the space for a while, especially like when CS was really popular. You know, low settings, like 720p. You know,
It
like,
also maximizes your FPS.
sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. You know, because that matters when we're all using 60 hertz panels. But you know, that's beside the point.
right?
Yeah, and then there's Jackson where he's like, I'd be stoked on 30 frames. Jackson's like, I'm on low settings for an entirely different reason.
You
Yeah.
should, with the graphics alone, should be able to hit at least 60 FPS. You should.
Which I'm fine with.
I'm pretty sure because
Plus, I'll have the 144.
yeah,
hertz
144
monitor.
hertz that Zach doesn't have. I told him, I was like, you know, you can just get a nice 60 hertz monitor now, 1080p, you'll be living, and then you can get a 144 hertz later. And he was like, oh no, I'll just get it now. I'm like,
Yeah.
all right,
All right, fuck
All
you.
Right.
So yeah, it's a pretty decent PC. You got
It'll be a lot better once it gets the graphic. Once I get a graphic.
Oh yeah,
card.
because you can just plug it in.
Yeah.
That's literally all you have to do. And I've built many PCs, or not many PCs, but I've had PCs built around that idea where you just, most people are like getting into a PC for the first time probably has like something you have, like an Dell Inspiron or something, you know, integrated Intel graphics, some shit.
Inspiron freaking laptop.
Yeah. That's what most people are probably going into a PC for. So they probably might, I mean, depending on what game they play, they might never even.
Oh, I was just looking at the.
Oh, yeah. You might never even notice the difference between a graphics card because you never experienced it yet.
Yeah.
But you will experience integrated graphics that are actually graphics.
Yeah.
So that will help a lot. And the first PC I ever built, I was talking to you, Jackson, about it because I wanted experience on building PCs before I actually built my first PC.
Yeah.
Which I made a video on. It's over there. I just, you know, I wanted to build a computer before I just fucked everything up. And it was the most basic parts and still took me like 2 days to build. But I did it. Went through the tutorials, did the whole thing as you should if you're building a PC, but it's okay because I'll be here to help you. Anyways, I use integrated graphics, a 2200G, which if you guys know about anything about PCs, pretty old, pretty yikes. 4 cores, 4 threads. I mean, it does a job and I used it. Well, it's the one I broke.
Oh, the 2200G?
It's the one I broke. It's over there still. I bent the pins because what did I do? I tried to take the CPU cooler off while it was in the case, which you can do, it was fine, but I was just clumsy and I took it off and it dropped.
I'll be honest, I'm not going to do anything with this PC if you guys are not around, if one of you is not around me.
I will say, listen, after experiencing PCs for a very long time, I'm pretty reckless.
Okay,
my
okay,
PC building. I could have some fun, but I know the limits. I know the limits that I can push these things to have a little fun.
Arthur, there is a video on the internet of you holding a fucking motherboard by the PC or like the CPU cooler
and just flailing it
and
around.
just doing some like random shit.
Well, you can do that, Zach. It's okay, but it looks scary. But you can do that, so it's okay.
You can do it. You shush. You just shouldn't.
You
do it.
shouldn't, sure, but I don't know. I'm trying to have some fun.
I mean, Arthur,
this isn't competitive PC building, Zach. What are we doing here, bro? Come on, let's have some fun.
Dude, it's so funny because like we were just like messing around with that CPU that had the bent pins.
Yeah.
And I was making so many jokes like, oh yeah, in your next PC build, you should just like throw it and just act like it was a Ryzen 9 or something. Just like, oh God!
I've been waiting to do that bit. I don't know when I'm going to do it, but I keep saying I'm going to do it, so now I can't do it.
Right.
But I don't know. It'll be a lot of fun.
Now you'll have to do it with a graphics card.
Oh, hey, you'll bet.
Oh, you'll bet.
I'm sure people will love saying that today.
Bro, I mean, just take the graphics card that's in the
in the stream PC right now, or the Uned PC.
Yeah,
because people just have 2 PCs to record 2 different shows.
Yeah,
as they do,
as one might,
as one usually does. I know Jackson has one lying around.
Yeah,
that's why he's building one.
Jackson had a first generation MacBook, and now he has a Dell Inspiron, and now he's
Inspiron. I still don't know.
Inspiron. It's both of them.
Yeah,
but names are hard.
But you should
Dell
be able
laptop from Costco.
You should be able to get 60 FPS even with integrated graphics because I was able to do that with Val actually with the 2200G, which is 2 or 3 generations. I do not want to math right now, even though it's literally counting. I don't want to do that. Actually, probably even more. Anyways, that's besides the point because there's even more. It's like the first gen Ryzen's or the second gen Ryzen, but it's first. It's
Charizard alone.
Hey, Hey, don't touch Mario, bro.
Put it back.
Wasn't even on the camera. Oh,
Fine, I'll just put this one here.
teddy bear. I just have an abundance of stuffed animals here.
Yeah,
Because
it was so funny, Arthur. I don't know if if the last episode is ever gonna see the public eye. I hope it does.
I don't. It's such a bad episode, Zach. It's so bad.
Okay, but
We didn't even have it. We had a single topic that came out at like 30 minutes in. Talked about it for 10 minutes, and for the rest of the hour and a half, we just threw shit. Literally, we threw shit at each other. Like we were just, and I threw like 3 things over there and knocked things down. I don't even know what that episode was, but it was an episode that we're recording because I had to go to the wedding or whatever.
yeah,
So I came back from the wedding. I'm tired of shit because I'm there. I went there like 9 in the morning. Sounds not that bad, but for me, who went to bed last night at 6 a.m., is pretty night. It's pretty crazy. 9 a.m. So
Let's just say that episode just like expresses how you guys' mind on the inside actually is. Of just
I suppose so.
I'm dying inside. Yeah,
Dying inside.
yeah,
I
and-
just throw shit internally.
yeah. No, and that was after a work week where I worked
Yeah.
like 13 hours a day.
for the
Yeah.
first time in years.
No,
Yikes.
I've been there for a couple weeks.
At
No.
that time,
No, it was
Yeah.
literally last week.
Yeah, this was last week.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was me running on like absolutely the minimum of sleep, and then we were just like, let's film an on that episode, and I was like, okay, and we were trying to sit there and talk about something that actually
we were
made
trying
sense.
so hard.
We were trying.
We were
so
trying
fucking hard.
so hard to get a topic, and then I finally got a topic about like gambling, and then that lasted for like 20 minutes, and then we proceeded to throw shit at each other for another hour and a half.
Yeah, and
I don't think that. I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know.
now
Maybe
that-
if I do upload that episode, it'll probably be like alongside another episode
Yeah.
because I don't know.
did we talk about?
Oh, I was gonna mention that you guys got matching tattoos.
we got
Yeah.
matching
Was
tattoos.
it show? Yeah.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah.
Which actually Alec also has it.
Alec
Yeah.
also. Oh, we didn't get to him to show. When we have
Yeah.
us. Oh God. When we have us 4, we'll have it, and then I'll just do mine like this, and I'll track it.
We'll like Photoshop. It on
Oh yeah,
there,
I'll track it on my arm. I'm an
but like
editor.
upside down.
I'm an I'm an editor. No, I got this.
Yeah, it was really cool to go.
Was it your guys' first tats?
No, well, I have.
It was Alec's first time.
Your Alex's first
so
tat.
I've already gotten one, which is so it's that one sibling tattoo.
Mhm.
It was fun. He had another one.
I have one on my back, and then I have this one, and then
He just
this
got
one,
one
yeah.
right there.
Yes.
yeah, and it's so funny because I actually got this tattoo, and then later that day I came here to film, and so in one of the episodes, I don't remember which one, I just have like plastic kind of like peeking out of my shirt a little bit, and you're like, Zach, what were you doing before the show? And I was like, I went and got a tattoo, and you're like, I'm not even remotely surprised.
You know what's funny? That is the one tattoo I had never hit when you had first got it.
Oh my god!
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Okay,
You mentioned that too.
so
I'm
every
the worst at that.
every single time I get a new tattoo and I'm around this fucker for any long period of time, somehow, without me even telling him that I either have the tattoo or where it is, he always ends up hitting me there. And we literally have the same tattoo in the same fucking place. And there was like 5 different occasions over the course of 1 week while this tattoo was healing where you were just like,
To be fair, okay, I'm like my dad, so a lot of the times I'll just do like kind of stuff like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's who I am.
Yes, yes.
Like that's what I grew up doing. So I do that with him a lot. Which like to be fair, you throw the same amount back to me.
Yeah.
So like I always do that, and then it just happens to be that whenever you have the tattoo, I forget about him. And it's just normal conversation. It's like, yeah, or like I'll come up
The
and just
back.
like hit tap on the back. It's like,
Yeah.
dude, that one hurt the most for him because I came up to him and just went like that.
Oh.
Right on the fresh tattoo.
The
Yeah.
day after I got it.
Yeah.
There's a tattoo and there's also a 5-star, just like pop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's really funny because
Was that on this trip we went and saw Steve-O?
yes.
Yeah.
So the day after I went and got this tattoo, we went to go see Steve-O's comedy show, the Bucket List Tour. And then the day after that was my first day of work at a job when I was working at UPS.
Dude, that
Yeah.
trip.
That trip was
So
complete.
the comedy show was in Tacoma.
Okay.
So we had to drive up there. I think I left school early. I think.
Oh, this was in 2019, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was still in school,
Yeah.
and
Nice.
again, I was cheating my way through school.
Right.
So I found ways to just leave halfway through my 5th period, and then I didn't have a 6th period. So
Lucky.
yeah, work, yeah, it gets you out of school.
Yeah.
But so I had left early, went over to his place, and then we just carpooled all the way up there. I think we stopped in Kelso to ride
Yeah,
scooters.
we did. Yeah.
And on like what first like minute that we saw each other that day, I came up to him and just went, bah.
No, you came up and bear hugged me and just like slapped the shit out of
Yeah,
my
I just came
tattoo.
up for a hug and just went like
Yep.
that right on it.
That's great.
That was
And
the worst.
You didn't tell me where it was.
Yeah, and so I
Like I knew you got a tattoo, but you didn't tell me where it was, how big it was, nothing.
because
First thing
just
I did was
precision
hit
shot.
it. Yeah.
yeah, it was
crazy.
basically just a precision shot.
360
onto my-
no scope.
yeah, straight onto my tattoo, and then I proceeded to punch you really fucking hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's so funny how that shit just kind of happens, and I'm impressed with this tattoo that you never hit it when it was
That
healing.
one was I was actually very conscious about not hitting.
Thank you.
Which I almost did hit you like twice, but I hit like just below it or like just to the side of it, so I didn't actually nick it.
Safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I ever get a tattoo. I mean, I will, but again, different cultures. Tattoo's a little different for me.
Yeah. Your culture doesn't really.
No,
like
you
them
can-
as much.
No, there's some, especially nowadays, like in my age group, my cousins, they'll get tattoos,
Yeah.
and some of them do have tattoos. And even, well, actually, no, that's a lie because it depends on our family. Because there's two sides of my family. There's my dad's side, which is pretty typical Asian, and there's my mom's side where they're all gangsters.
Hell yeah.
So well, not gay, but they're more ghetto. So you'll see tats and stuff. So it's a little different. And my uncle's literally a tat artist. So not a tat artist, but maybe he was in the past, but dabbles and has done tats. So
That's cool.
maybe I get it from him. I don't know, but I don't know if I'll still get a tat anyways. I don't know where I'm gonna get it. It'll probably be somewhere that's not out because I don't know if this is cultural. I'm not sure if it is, but it's something. Maybe it's just something that was cultural and it ended up being instilled into me indirectly. But if I have things like jewelry, for example, like I have a necklace, but I never really have it out.
Yeah.
I usually just have it because it's a Buddha necklace. It's like
Yeah.
a more of a traditional thing. If I have something kind of like that, or even tats for that matter, it's more of like it's a personal thing, and it's also not something I want to show off. But then again,
It's gonna be something that's hidden, but you still have.
yes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then again, there are still tats that you want to show up, and that's fine. I mean,
Which,
y'all,
like, like with me, with both of mine, like both of them are
Yeah.
proudly shown.
That's
And
fine.
I'm getting another
know.
one here soon. That's gonna be on this arm right here.
sure.
Yeah, and I mean, it was kind of the same idea with my tattoo, and like the tattoos that I have that aren't very easily visible, I guess are the ones that I don't.
It's for
wanna-
you,
Yeah,
It's
I
for
don't
you, and
wanna
it's for your
show off.
family, and it's for
Yeah.
the people that are close to you.
Yeah, exactly. And like this one is my uncle's signature, and then this is a boat that my grandpa was the captain of during like the Vietnam War era.
Yes.
And so it's like these two things are like super personal to me. And then, I'm a musician. I love music. And it was just I kind of like happenstance to my way into getting this tattoo because it was like, let's get a tattoo together. And then we just kind of talked about it. And, we're all music nerds and we were like, fuck it, dude, let's just get a music tattoo.
Yeah, honestly, I would have got the same if I was more into tattoos. So
Yeah.
for what that's worth, I don't know. Unless it's gonna be like initiation for this house, like you have to get the same tattoo. Yeah, there's like a scanner. You have to open the door. You go beep. All right.
Yeah, dude. I remember. So I think it was my brother who got the first tattoo in my family.
Mhm.
My parents were. My dad wasn't necessarily against it. My mom really was.
Sure.
She didn't want that for any of her kids and
Sure.
anything like that. And then my brother went and got a tattoo right here. And it literally just said "fearless." It was like a motto that he had or something like
Mhm.
that. It was with a Bible verse kind of meaning.
Yeah, sure.
He got that. And my mom thought it was cool. Then my sister got like I think she got some like I think it's 2 little birds on her back shoulder right here,
Mhm.
just kind of something like that. Then my brother went and got a full. So my brother's a chef, He went to school for that and everything.
Nice.
I don't know if you've seen the diagrams, but it's a pig, and it's where all the different meats
Oh, yes.
are from.
Oh,
like
yeah,
where
sure.
all the bacon comes from, where the ham comes from.
Yes.
It's like that diagram. He got that diagram right here. And my mom did not like that at first. But now it's funny because we can always yell at my brother and be like, yo, Justin, show us your pig.
Nice.
But yeah, at
Nice.
that point, like my mom kind of opened up to it. And then we were able to be like, all right, let's all get this.
Nice.
So I'm the youngest one. So
Right.
I got my bottom one filled in. My brother's middle child, he has the middle one filled in. And my sister has the top one filled in because she's the oldest. And we all went and got them same time, all together and everything like that.
That's awesome.
And then that's when my mom really opened up to the whole idea of tattoos and everything. And now my dad wants to get a full like back tattoo of like his Chevy stuff. Or it's not
Nice.
back tattoo. He
Or-
wants to get like a full thing right here.
Sure, like a sleeve-ish.
It's
but
not necessarily
a
sleeve,
full,
but like
not a
all in the
full, like-
forearm
Yeah,
right
yeah,
here,
yeah.
so that when he sticks out the window,
Oh, yeah,
when he's
gotcha,
driving
gotcha.
his Chevy,
Yeah, as they do. Yeah.
it's a Chevy tattoo right here.
Yeah. That's so fucking American.
Right.
It's really
It's
fucking
so
American.
American. Yes.
But yeah, my family was kind of weird about tattoos for a while.
Your mom was pissed about this one.
She was
Was she?
pissed.
Yeah.
And the only reason why she was pissed is because
You didn't tell her.
I didn't tell her, and also
That'll
this
do it.
was while I was still going to school, and so I didn't have a job.
Money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't have money, and my mom was like, "Why the fuck are you spending your money on tattoos?" And I was like, "I don't know, Mom. Sorry." But yeah, I think one of my sisters got a tattoo when she was like 22 or something like that. She got a back piece done, and my parents were like, they didn't really disapprove of it per se, but they just kind of weren't really too hyped on it.
Yeah.
And then, she ended up getting a bunch of other tattoos, and my parents just didn't really say anything about it. And then my brother started getting tattoos.
Your brother has a full like. He almost has a sleeve now, doesn't he?
He has a half sleeve, so like
Yeah.
from here to here. And then he also has a back piece done. But like all of the tattoos that Kevin and I have actually like have sentimental value to them, and they're not just cool.
That's the biggest thing for me on tattoos. Like, personally, I feel like it needs to have something that, like,
For sure.
is sentimental to you.
I agree because it's something that's basically permanent,
Yeah. Yeah.
So if it's gonna
Yeah.
live on your body for forever,
Yeah,
it needs to be a reason, there needs to be a story behind it. There needs to be some
everything
sort of
I
layers.
have for tattoos I have planned out to get
Mhm.
is stuff that is like something.
Yeah, it
to
means
me.
means a lot to you.
Like
you
the
know?
one I'm getting right here. It's a full guitar tattoo that will be like the top half of it. It's kind of like Shawn Mendes' tattoo. Where we got the inspiration. Top half of it is like a city skyline and everything like that, and then like kind of a wooded kind of area, and then the bottom half of it is actually like a watered reflection.
That's pretty cool.
Of the entire thing.
That's cool. That's cool.
And it's just in the shape of like an acoustic guitar.
Yeah.
And like I saw that, and it's like, that's what I'm getting on my forearm. Like,
Okay,
not
Jackson.
forearm, but inside arm.
So the reason why I know about this tattoo is because it's pretty similar to what you used to draw on your arm.
I had a old tattoo that is it's very, what's that style of tattoo? It's like the Hawaiian-esque kind of like
Polynesian?
Polynesian. Yeah, that kind of style of tattoo, but it was in the shape of a guitar. I used to Sharpie that onto my arm in high school.
That's pretty cool.
And I got pretty good at it for a sec.
Yeah.
Because I wanted it for so long. And then I started like, it doesn't really fit what I want to do.
Mhm.
And then I found that picture of Shawn Mendes' actual tattoo. And I'm like, which I didn't even know was his at the time. And I'm like, dude, that's 100%. That's what I want. But I want like the Seattle like skyline and like on the headstock
Sure.
kind of a thing.
Yeah. Yeah, and Arthur, I'm pretty sure we've talked about this a bunch of different times, but I have a bunch of different plans for different tattoos, and on the back of my arm, I want to get like hands-on piano keys and like photorealism.
Oh, right. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, and so
And I'm going to be the hand model.
yeah, you're gonna be the hand model. I'm gonna take a picture of Arthur's hands playing on a piano, and it's the reason why I decided on that is because having my own hands on my arm just
Sounds
kind of
Yeah.
it just feels
yeah,
really
but my
weird.
hands are fine.
Yeah.
Yes, my hands will now be on your arm, Zach, forever.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, obviously it's like it's one of those situations where like the story behind it is really cool. It has
Sure.
a lot of sentimental value,
Mhm.
and like, you know, even just the story of us going and getting these tattoos, like just the story alone where you were sitting there playing Among Us one-handed and you ended up winning in the first round as imposter.
So yeah. Getting tattoo. This one's on the chair.
Mm-hmm.
Getting tattooed. I have my phone out and I'm playing Among Us on my phone. I get into a lobby. Again, I'm also right-handed, so I'm playing with my
Yeah.
non-dominant hand, playing like this. First game in this new lobby, I get imposter first round, and somehow manage my way to work my way around everything and kill enough people in the first round by myself to win the game.
Nice.
Yeah.
First round. Nice.
While getting a tattoo.
Nice. Well,
And I immediately left and stopped playing.
That's a story. You need those stories. You need those
Yeah.
extra layers because otherwise it's like what are you getting this for? What are you getting this ink for that's gonna be on your body forever?
Yeah.
For what? I mean, it can be aesthetic and that's fine, you know, but
Yeah.
it has to have a little bit of story to it.
Yeah.
Like there should be a reason, you know, maybe
Yeah.
even if it's as small as like for a person or for a pet or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, and like another thing that I've really thought about too is like I want to get a bunch of goofy tattoos. Like I've Jackson, I've told you like from the waist up is going to be all like really nice, pretty black and gray, like all of that kind of stuff. Black work. I know it's not called black and gray. Shut up. And then like my legs are just going to be covered in goofy childhood tattoos. And I was talking about like
Charizard.
this is going to be my model.
Mario.
This is going to be what I'm modeling my tattoo after, and
Yeah,
it's going to be
exactly
sitting in front of the camera too. And it's barely even facing the camera. That's really funny. But yeah, just like a bunch of really cool tattoos just for like childhood nostalgia and all of that kind of stuff. Just because it's like, why not? It's like it's sentimental to me. It's sentimental to a lot of people who grew up around the time that we did. And so like, you know, the Magic School Bus, SpongeBob, Pokemon, like all of that kind of stuff. Like I just
Interesting.
Yeah.
Even that much has story to it. You know, that still
exactly.
has layers to it.
Super
You know.
Mario Bros.
Super Mario Bros. Yeah.
This man does not play Super Mario's on the Wii with me anymore.
The new Super Mario Bros.
The
for
new
the Wii.
one?
Yeah. Well,
the
it's
Wii. The
yeah.
newest one for the Wii, or you mean like the Switch?
the Wii.
The actual Wii.
Like the
So-
Super Mario Bros. Wii?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
one
yeah.
we grew up on.
Right.
And everything like that. I got really good at the game.
He was trying to fucking speed run, and it's an
Nice.
auto scroller.
Okay, so we're trying to no, we literally went into this like, yo, let's speed run this as quick as possible and see if we can do it. Which we finished the game in, was it 45 minutes?
Oh, I think it was less than that actually.
Yeah, it was
Pretty
something
good.
like that. Yeah, no, like of course we used all the cheats, like the
Sure.
the
Glitches and
cannons to the different levels to
Mhm.
go quicker for that.
Oh, okay.
But literally we get into the game and yeah, I'm just leaving him behind. And when you're doing dual people, if this person gets too far ahead of this person will just pop into a bubble.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
just come up.
That's right.
So there'd be times on certain levels where he purposely would just fall behind
And bubble it.
and bubble
just-
it because he knew I would just keep going and do it quickly. And he just doesn't. Yeah, I think after the last time we did it, he just stopped.
That's
yeah,
funny.
and it's because like you knew a lot of things about that game that I didn't.
I spent a lot of time on that game.
And it's like, you know, it was one of
Oh,
those games
yeah.
that I played a lot when I was a kid, but I didn't know like all of the inner workings and like all of the shortcuts and all that kind of stuff. And so, yeah, I was very much out of my element
To
for
be
sure.
fair, I had also finished every single part of that game multiple times. Like even the bonus, like the 9th level, the star level, where the only way to finish those levels is to get all of the the coins on every
all the
level.
stars.
Yeah, all the stars of every level
Mm.
on every single like 1 through 8
Sure.
island,
Yeah.
or whatever it's called. That was the only way to get to those ones on that 9th star level.
Mhm.
And then you had to finish those courses too. And I've finished that multiple times. So I that's the few games I know all the ins and outs of. Which I mean, as you've found out that I've gotten really quick with it.
quick.
Pretty
He's
quick
sick
with
with it.
Yeah.
He's sick and quick with
That's
it.
good. That's fun. That's
Yeah.
fun. Speedrunning is fun. I've always the Minecraft speedruns we do.
Dude,
Oh my
I
God.
can't wait to join in on
Oh
that.
my gosh. We tried to record one recently and I scuffed it because I had wrong because of the way I route my audio, I have like TLDR, there's two audio tracks, one that goes to the VOD, the other that doesn't go to the VOD. And I have my music piped into the one that doesn't go into the VOD so I don't get DMCA'd.
Right.
Right. I accidentally had my mic on that one.
Aw.
No.
So it muted on the VOD. I was like,
So you had music the entire time, but no mute, no mic.
no. I had neither.
Oh,
So it was just game sounds.
Yes, but I mean, no, but it was still on the stream because you can see it on the stream.
Right.
Yeah.
But it was just not on the VODs that I could download, so I couldn't turn it into a video. And we got the second best time we had with 4 of us. And the first time, okay, well, I got to explain. If you don't know my speedrun series, it's for fun. We're
Yeah.
just joking around. We're not actually trying. We're having fun. We're hitting pigmen and stuff. We're having fun. A lot of yelling, a lot of screaming.
A lot of chaos. Yeah.
A lot of chaos. Our best time is 2 hours and 17 minutes, which is really bad. And we had 10 people.
Yeah.
But it was absolute chaos. And I always say they're my favorite videos on my channel. I love editing. I love recording for them. I love editing them. I love going back through the footage and just picking which ones are my favorite parts. And even it's just so much fun. And even just side banter is so fucking funny.
Yeah,
I
and
love it so much.
especially when you have a group of people that are all just sitting there shooting the shit the entire time.
Yeah.
And it's like any gaming session that I have with you guys, Alec, I don't know, like Andy, and a bunch of like the other goons, and we're playing Scriblio or CS:GO
Uno.
or Uno.
Oh yes, Uno. Yes.
It's like the banter could almost be a video in and of itself. And I think that's probably my favorite part about playing games with you guys, is that we have just enough of a filter to not say anything that would get anybody in trouble
when recording.
when recording. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the important part.
Yeah,
None of it goes on the internet. For the most part.
for the most part.
They'll never know what Alex said in that Chubby Bunny video. Have you watched the Chubby
I've watched the Chubby
Yeah.
Bunny video.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not even gonna ask.
Don't ask, because
Not
I'm
gonna
not going
ask.
to tell you. But yeah, it's just like the random banter is always my favorite part. And
It is
Still, my favorite clip from any of those videos that you've made of just stream highlights is when what was it? It was CS:GO. I just had a brain moment of where it was like we were talking about like assault or something like that for some reason.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
I was just like, well, if you pour like salt on it, then it becomes like assault and not really salt, but then it's backwards. It's just something weird like that. Made no fucking sense. And then when I finished it, he was just like, "You want to try that again?" I'm like, "No."
I was like, do you want to run that by me one more
Dude,
time?
it was like a 30-second thing of just random words being pushed
I need to
together.
find
a
that
bunch
footage.
of tired boys just being tired boys and laughing
Right?
at each other.
To be-
laughing
yeah,
at each
that
other.
probably
It's
was
fun.
at like 1 a.m. though.
It's
Yeah.
fun. It's a lot of
Yeah.
fun. A lot of filtered and unfiltered chaos just kind of arises,
Yeah.
And those are my favorite videos to make. That's why the Minecraft speedruns are my favorite, because it's just us fucking around. Like
For
a
3 hours.
3 hours for that's a terrible time, but we're just having fun, And it's so much fun. Just how much chaos is 10 people in a call playing Minecraft as fast as possible? That's so much fun.
Dude, oh my gosh. I remember for the third iteration of the speedrun, one of the 2 speedruns that I've been in, I remember just the underlying chaos when we were about to kill the Ender Dragon with just beds, and it never came down once.
Oh
It-
yes, that
it
was so,
literally,
yeah, it was
like,
glitched.
It took us like an hour and a half to just beat the Ender Dragon. And yeah, I remember just like the panic for everyone to get into the end before they killed the dragon, and it was just so much hype, because it's like, obviously we did a really shitty job, but the fact that we were even able to finish the game in a single day with all of us running around, dying, punching pigmen, doing a bunch of stupid shit, it's like, it's a miracle. It's a miracle that it didn't take us like 5 hours to
I
beat the
know,
game,
I know.
because we were not purposefully, but like we would accidentally fuck with each other, and we
Yeah.
would accidentally just absolutely destroy any progress that we had. Like you had all the fucking.
Okay, well that wasn't on purpose.
No, I know, and there was like those.
No, I did it for the content, Zach.
There were just those setbacks that just made it so fucking funny, and it was like, where are the eyes of Ender? And then it was just like, fuck, dude! I straight up almost quit after that.
My gosh.
Like I think we were like easily almost 2 hours in, and we had to go back into the nether.
Yeah.
To the Nealar.
Yeah. Shameless plug. I recommend watching those videos on my channel. They're kind of longer, 30-ish, 40-ish minutes, but there's so much fun. And it's 30 and 40 minutes of chaos, all cut highlights. So it's just fun.
It's like the goose.
Dude, so
Goose.
with all the the goose, with all the people that I'm always playing with now, because like granted, like you guys are never on when I'm actually playing stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just time schedules just don't go together. We joined into this. My buddy made a Minecraft server that was proximity chat.
Oh yeah.
That's sick.
And so me and my Filipino boy, Filipino buddy, Alan, we get into this immediately. Just start like sweating, like get as far as possible into the game, and get as much stuff as we can and get ahead of everyone. In the first day, we had a full pigment farm. We had an iron farm. We got lucky and had a spider spawner below us on it where we built our house.
So you're just doing your own thing and you get
Dude,
the spawner.
first like I think it was the first 6 hours we had all this stuff done already, and I had already found the stronghold and found the end portal. The next day, or I think it was maybe the next week after that, we were going to go and beat the dragon so we could get levels, dragon's breath stuff and all that because I'm like on that server I'm like the potion master or something like that. I've
the drug dealer.
Dude,
You're
I
the
literally
botanist or whatever it's called.
every potion you can
Botanist?
Or no, that's plant.
What?
so every potion you can make in Minecraft,
Yes.
I have 2 full double chests in a storage of every single potion.
My
One
guy.
top chest is all splash potions of them, and the bottom chest is all like drinking potions of them.
Sure.
Every single potion you can think of. Anyway, we got told by the guy on the server, he's like, I see how far you guys are. I saw you got into the Ender. You're not allowed to beat the Ender Dragon by yourself. We were so mad about that because like we wanted to get those stuff done.
Right.
And most of all, we wanted shulker boxes and elytra because we needed shulker boxes to make our gold farm.
Right. Yes.
Because there's so much stuff you need. And we full on. This is just about the time that Dream released a video of one of his manhunts.
Okay.
And at the end of the video, when he's in the end, he creates like this flying machine and then goes a few thousand blocks in one direction and finds an elytra. And then ends the video like that. So all of a sudden it popped in my head like, why don't we just do that? Like we don't have to beat the dragon. We can just go into the end, use our end chests and put everything in there and then just fall off the edge and everything. That way we can come back.
Sure.
And everything's in the end chest.
Yeah.
So week into this server, we have full best enchants on netherite armor and tools and everything. Sorry, brain moment.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
And then we went and did that. So within the week, we had full enchantments on netherite, everything, and elytras. And there's people in the server who have never played Minecraft before. And then after some time passed and everyone got to a certain level, then he was like, all right, this time on this day, we're all going to go into the end and beat the Ender Dragon. Me and Alan literally just went up into one of the towers and then just sat and watched everyone try to beat the dragon. And I'll be honest, everyone died probably 3 or 4 times. And me and him are just sitting up there like, this is fun.
That sounds eerily similar to the speed runs when we were trying to kill the.
Except we're the ones in the bottom getting fucked.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. But it's for fun.
No, we
It was great.
were sitting there like suicide bombing the
beds.
the beds.
It's fun. It's a lot of fun. I recommend y'all coming on. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, but it's just really, really, really funny and entertaining to just be able to get the homies together, just kind of joke around in whatever game we choose, and just try to have a time and just goof around, be dipshits, say and do some really dumb shit.
Honestly, my favorite ones are when we can get like 5 or 6 people in and just do Scriblio.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Those
love
are
that.
legit my favorite. Now, if
Oh
there's
my
like,
God,
if there's like 4 of us, like it's still fun. But like if we have at least 6, like that's my like favorite
For
times.
sure, for sure.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to get some ground rules for this
Yeah.
music house, definitely.
Yeah, the Goon House
Goon
is
House
definitely going to
getting
have
some-
to be a little bit more organized than
Yeah.
it could be.
Probably
Or just have-
soundproofing in every
or,
room.
or have like the bad people in
At
the
one
corner,
end,
in the
yeah.
corner, and everybody else who can civilize ourselves just together. We'll be chilling. It'll be great.
That way we don't have to walk through everyone's dirty clothes at the front of the house.
Oh man, listen, I told Zach about this. If we're having a house, we need to have proper chores.
Yeah.
Like I'm not the most,
Yeah.
I'm not the most OCD about anything, but I have at least a bar, a guide, a baseline of at least somewhat cleanliness. I'm not saying
Yeah.
it needs to be perfect, clean,
Yeah.
squeaky clean, no dust, but at the same time, a bunch like 5 dudes living in a house. Let's not
Yeah.
fall into the stereotype.
And I think I realized this, but like you've been to my house before. You know how I roll and how my car is and everything like that. I
Right.
feel like you and me are probably going to be the cleanest people.
I'm glad. I'm not going to be the only one then, right?
I'm getting a little bit better.
You're getting better. It's
I
feel like if you actually have a closet.
That is fair. I don't have
Wait,
a
you
closet.
don't have a closet. That's right.
Yeah.
No, I don't. And so yeah, I live very interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, but hey, when we move together, I will make sure you get better at it.
Yeah.
Because
I
I
will
will
ma-
not let you hear the end of it if you don't.
I will make sure that you have a closet
I will build you a closet with this table.
Literally.
with this table. Wait, but then what are we going to use for the set? We'll build another one.
Build another table with more scraps of wood I happen to have lying around.
And then we can do an uned podcast with everyone.
with everyone. That would be
Dude,
great.
That would be so
Oh.
cool. And the nice thing is that now that I think about it, we probably have enough mics for every single person and enough
Yeah.
cameras to have every single
Sure.
person in the podcast.
I
I
think
think plus
for
we
to-
all have mics and stuff that we can use if
Sure.
we needed to.
Right.
Sure. I mean, I got mics
Yeah.
lying around. We're chilling,
Yeah.
I mean, I think for the, not against y'all, but I think for the theme of this of this show, it still needs to be us two. And
Oh,
then we
yeah.
can have y'all come in whenever,
And every once in a while it'll have
Yeah.
a guest or
and it'd
maybe
be, a lot
guests.
easier, to
Yeah.
get guests on now. So it'd
Yeah.
be great.
Yeah, and it's definitely going to be really cool. Hopefully, if all of this pans out the way that we want it to, it'll be really nice to be able to have our own space for the set
Yes.
and to be able to
for sure. Like
to
this,
just like expand it out a little bit more.
yeah,
and
I've accentuated every single square meter I can of this room I'm in to make it my studio. But even then, it's like,
Yeah.
it's tough. It really is. So having to have an actual room for just Uned and maybe even still my other studio stuff, and then have my gaming set up. I don't mean to take up a lot of rooms, but I'm going to be the guy who takes up a lot of rooms because I'm not the person who can work in my bedroom.
Nah, dude.
Right.
No, we'll have to do. We'll have to have everyone have their own gaming room, and then we'll put all of our beds in one room.
Dude, cute. Oh my god.
Oh my God.
Oh my god, that's so cute.
wait, are we getting bunk beds? Because I totally call dibs on top bunk.
More room for activities, man.
Yo.
Yo.
Yo. But yeah, whatever way we figure it out, we'll see. But
Right.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm probably gonna stretch my legs a lot because
Right.
I have a lot of things.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and
Um,
that's a hard thing too about
Being me.
being. Well, I have a lot of stuff.
We
like
we
Yeah.
all do.
yeah, and so it'll be kind of hard to consolidate it all into a confined space.
Well, one space will just be the music room where we
Yeah.
just dump all of our music stuff there. So
Yeah.
that should be okay. That'll free room in our own bedrooms. The
The
question will be who wants their setups in their bedrooms and who wants separate rooms for their setups.
honestly, we'll probably have to end up just doing of your setup is in your room.
I am not having.
Yeah.
I will not do that. I will pay extra rent.
I
not
will
do that.
rent 2
I will-
rooms.
I will rent another house.
Although I am gonna say more than likely, master bedroom if there is one in this place, whatever place we get,
Mhm.
probably gonna be a music room.
Probably,
With the
yeah.
amount of
Oh,
stuff.
that'll
yeah.
probably be the
100%,
probably,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
and
so.
also another thing that we could potentially do too is and I've talked about this with like pretty much everybody who's wanting to move into the house. You are trying to like make a living online, and that's really fucking hard. and you need your own space. And so like I've kind of talked it over with everybody, and if you end up living with us, then I want to be able to facilitate you like trying to live your best life and trying to live the dream, do the grind and all that kind of shit.
Thank you.
And so it's like, if you need extra space, like that's totally fine.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be reasonable. It's not like I'm gonna spread eagle, take all the rooms, and then you
Right.
guys are like, yeah, you guys get the leftovers, get fucked. I'm
Get
gonna take the master bedroom too. Fuck you.
Right? You're like, I get an office and the music room, bitch.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. I still haven't even seen how it looks like, so
Yeah.
I would like to see it.
None of us do.
Yeah.
Well, I do, and Andy does. And
Well, we need to
The
all have
other
a.
question is whether or not that's actually going to happen with that house.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I feel like it will though, because that's such a good. We have such a good deal on it.
Yeah.
yeah, it's just going to be a little bit difficult to just kind of get everyone to like.
Jesus. To get everybody to do that.
To get everyone to simultaneously hit their microphones.
Oh my god.
But yeah, trying to get everyone to agree on a time when everyone wants to move in, and making sure that there aren't people that still live there when we're trying to move in.
Dude, my parents just told me that they're making a room specialty in. So, okay, little context. My parents are moving to a new house. They sold the place that they're doing. They're got a property and they're building a new house. They told me, hey, by the way, if you want to, like, we have a design that like is for if you want to stay.
Jesus. Wow, Zach.
Sorry.
Oh my god.
They told me like, hey, if you want to have a room, like we have one that's designed so that you can still be there and you're out of our hair because it's like away from everyone but still in the house.
Nice.
So like, actually, crap, if I just won't have to pay rent, like I might stay there for a bit too.
Sure.
Which I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, however way it works,
Yeah.
because like, I mean, it might, however way it ends up, you just can't really like one shot it,
Yeah.
It's too, that would be too easy if you could, then everybody could.
Yeah, and I swear this friend group is like herding fucking cats. So we'll just kind of have to see what happens.
Yeah.
Is that a saying?
Herding cats? Yeah.
You can't hurt them.
You can't hurt them.
Not like hurt, like herd.
You
dude.
like
Oh,
hurt.
okay.
Yeah, no, like trying to get them
Okay,
all
got
into
you.
yeah.
It's like Jesus.
like farmers do with cattle.
Yeah.
right, that
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, cowboys and Indians. Can't say that. Said it anyways.
Anyways,
So much editing.
yeah, so much.
Right.
So much editing. All right, I think. Oh, you know what? I gotta ask one question, Jackson, because I
Yeah.
think all the people need to. As you've entered my den, this question is inevitable.
Yes.
Do you watch anime?
I've tried to get into it as of late.
Right.
Actually, since I started watching or listening to all y'all's podcast, I've been wanting to get into it.
Mhm.
The
It's
oth-
ironic because we only have like 3 episodes of anime.
Yeah.
Four, or I think maybe 5.
Honestly,
at this
it
point.
was the first one that was like, okay, I would kind of want to get into this. My problem is that, dude, I don't even have time to game.
Yeah, that's usually everybody's problem at this point.
Because like as of right now, well, okay, my schedule is going to be opening up here soon because I won't be doing as much.
Sure.
But like it's only like 2-3 extra hours in each day.
No,
that
I
I'll
got
have.
you.
But like between 2 jobs and then also having to do all the music stuff on the side because I'm at my
Mhm.
church a lot doing
Yes.
music stuff and recording stuff. It's just so hard just to even watch shows I want to watch. Already.
No, that's fine. It's hard to get into anime when it's not like high school. You just
Yeah.
have like infinite time,
Yeah.
As long as, if you want to skip homework and stuff,
yeah, right.
And, you got infinite time. But nowadays, it's
I also
it's tough.
never grew up around it.
Sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
also,
that's fair.
that, like, you never watched like Naruto or
No.
Pokemon?
No, I
Yu-Gi-Oh?
didn't. No,
Dragon Ball?
dude, literally the only thing I got to watch growing up was Disney movies with my sister.
Mm.
Otherwise, I was also a sporty kid. I was a three sport kid growing up.
Right, got you. So no way you're going to watch anime.
exactly. if I was at home, I was either playing with toys, doing like sports stuff,
Yeah, sure.
or I was out at practice.
No, I got you.
So
But I mean, hopefully, what I'm the main question is, as you don't watch anime at the moment, are you
I want to.
No, but yeah, exactly. But you're not stereotypically hating on anime like everybody else.
no.
Okay, good. That's all we needed to hear. You're not like, oh, anime is just tits and shit. Literally, one episode that's gonna go up in a bit from when we're recording, but it should be up by now, is anime stereotypes.
Oh,
We talk
yeah.
about why people hate on it, even though it's like stupid. But nowadays, I was gonna say spoiler, but I mean the episode's already up. But nowadays, you'll probably get bullied if you don't watch anime in high school at this point because everybody watches. Like I was talking with my coworker, and then like I was saying like, oh bro, I would never say I liked anime in high school. And he was like, bro, everybody likes anime. Like if you don't watch like Demon Slayer and shit, you're weird. And I'm like, what? Why am I not going to high school right now? What happened?
Okay, to be fair, to be fair, Demon Slayer is a fucking phenomenal show. I'm in the middle of watching it right now.
Yes,
both of us
by
are.
the time, actually no, yeah, well, I think we're gonna record the Demon Slayer episode of the podcast next week, and that'll be fun. Normie anime, let's go.
Okay, but it's a normie anime for a good reason because it's just an absolute fucking banger, Jackson. You need to watch it, like for real. When you have time, we need to watch Demon Slayer because it's fucking fantastic.
Of all things, I mean, it's a normie anime, so you know you'll get into it. But
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna stick him to the flowchart first.
Oh, you're gonna
flowchart.
Okay.
Because if I make him watch Demon Slayer first, and that's all he's gonna care about, those shows. That's how it works. I mean, no offense, but that's just how it works. I can't imagine like you. Oh, trying to think of something. You get this mainstream thing. I don't know. I'm speaking vaguely right now. This mainstream generic thing, and that's all you know, and you don't want to venture out anymore.
Yeah.
Because you feel safe and you feel like this is all I need to watch. And then you're saying, yeah, I like anime. I watch this mainstream anime A and mainstream anime B. You know, I'm a weeb.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
No, it is funny though. Even though I haven't watched anything, I know a lot of intros to anime things.
Anime intros are fire, bro.
Dude, only because like as a guitar player, and I've been playing long enough to the point of where I can listen to something and just play it.
Yeah.
Luckily, I have a good ear for that.
Nice.
There's been some times where like I don't even know the names of these things. It was like blue something. I don't know.
Blue.
Anyway,
Exorcist?
I was in a call with this guy just playing guitar through it.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, "Hey, do you know the intro to this anime?" I'm like, "I don't freaking know." He sent me a link to the intro, and like, sure. I muted my mic. 2 minutes later,
Bluebird. Yep. That's it.
That one.
Classic,
dude. And then had like half of the full intro just down from that.
Nice. What a god.
Right?
Look at that guy.
Look at that
This
guy.
guy right here. God.
Look at him go.
I have probably 5 intros that I know.
Sure. But you need to remember, like anime intros, they're just songs.
Yeah.
They're literally rock song, pop songs. They're just songs.
And they all work with the what's that one song from Lil Nas X or something like that that's been all over Instagram.
Oh
It's
my
like this
god.
Is it
song-
recent?
Yeah, it's like a
This song fits with every anime opening.
I know what you're talking about now. Oh yeah. What was it? It was like a challenge at some point. What the fuck was it? I can't remember.
I don't know.
But yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's on Twitter too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fuck, I don't remember what the song is, but was it Green Day or some shit?
No, it wasn't Green Day.
No, it was a Lil Nas X song.
Yeah, it was a Lil Nas
That's like the "Call me when you want, call me when you need." Something like that.
DMCA.
Oh,
But yeah, I mean, they're just rock songs. They're pop songs,
Yeah.
just in Japanese.
Yeah.
So that you can play along to it and have a lot of fun. Weeb music isn't just like anime. Intros aren't just like weeb music. It's just songs that you would, if you were there in Japan, you'd hear it.
Yeah.
So I mean, and weeb music is just like the weeb like music that really accentuates the fact that anime, cute voices and cute sounds and stuff. Like future bass and that type of stuff. That's what I call weeb music. So I mean, anybody can fuck with intros.
Dude,
Oh, he's heated. Listen to him.
No.
You hear that breath? Let's hear it, Zach. What do you got for us?
I'm just
What do you
saying.
got for us?
You are gonna really like the music in a lot of the shows that you're gonna watch.
I
the-
already know that.
in the flow chart, dude, there are some like
Bangers.
fucking bangers. Like the end song for Bunny Girl Senpai.
Oh
is
yes,
so
bro. It's
fucking good.
I catch him like just listening to it when we're on calls. Like it's so great because it's so jazzy and swingy. It's so fun.
Yeah.
Like this. It's the fun thing about I didn't know we were start talking about J music, which I'm down. The fun thing about it, as someone who like literally, you've been in my car. That's all I listen to nowadays because it's different. It's interesting. Like they have different chord patterns and stuff like that, and different genres. Like it can be pop, but there's like they throw flutes and horns and strings and stuff. It's a lot of fun, And it can be J-pop, but there's still like bar stool jazz. It's so fun to listen to like J music because they're so interesting. But it's like, because we watch anime like that, they could just fit whatever theme they want, and you'll just hear different things, and you'll hear different types of things, and I think you'll have a time. And like what I'm explaining, my flow chart is basically just the list of shows that it's not a flow chart, it's more of a list, but I call it a flow chart because it sounds funny.
It's something that gets you into it.
It will get
Yeah,
you into it,
exactly.
and it has never failed me.
Yeah.
I've turned all anime haters into anime considerers with this flow chart.
Right.
Yes.
Arthur, you got me within like
The first show.
3 episodes of the
first
first show.
I'm pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
And
I'm not good at many things, but apparently I'm good at getting people into anime.
Hey, maybe I can start watching that instead of just scrolling through YouTube, looking
Yeah,
for
there
a
you
video
go.
for 3 hours.
There you
yeah,
go. You can finish a show.
Right?
Maybe not, but you know.
maybe not.
I mean, they're only like 12 episodes, so you know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Who
12
knows?
episodes, 20 episodes. You know,
Who knows?
Demon Slayer's 26 episodes.
Mhm.
But yeah, I think it'll
Yeah.
be really cool to
That'll be a lot of fun.
take you on that journey.
Yes. Basically, anybody who enters my anime den, they will come out considering anime.
Yes.
Is how it goes. This is part of the flow chart.
Right.
Fuck yeah.
All right. I think that's going to be it. We talked for a really long time, I think. Like,
We lost track of time so fucking
I
fast.
think
that
we're
we
like
did.
2 hours into
yes,
it or something
about
like
2
that.
hours into it.
Yeah.
But that was a good talks, good vibes. And all sorts.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming on, Jackson.
Yeah,
I
no
appreciate
problem,
it.
man.
You know,
It's always fun.
It's always fun. This is the first time I'm meeting him too in person, even though
Yeah.
we've called a lot. I opened the front door and I was like, oh, I was at that moment where I realized, oh, I don't know how he looks like.
Right?
So that was great.
Have you actually ever seen a picture of me?
Nope.
Oh.
Um,
I also
At
have
least
only
maybe
seen
you
on
maybe you
stream.
sent it, but I didn't know it was you.
Yeah.
Maybe in like a Discord.
Yeah.
But yeah, I never seen how you look like. So yeah, that was fun. But it was good to meet you. It was good to talk with you.
Yeah.
Glad our first time we're ever meeting in person, we're sitting in front of mics and talking talking the shit in the talk. You
And
know?
then about to go build a PC.
Yes, we're gonna build the PC.
Yeah.
Yes, we're gonna
I
go right
forgot
after
about that.
I did too, but we're gonna do that. Yes, of course we're not gonna record it, but you know, that's all it is. But thank you guys for watching. Links and stuff below the like button, so you go ahead and check that out. Below the subscribe button as well if you want. Where can they find you at all? Do you have anything public?
For gaming stuff, no. Like I have just an Insta of like my personal one.
Okay. Any that you would like to have in like the description, for example? No, not yet.
Not right now. No.
Not right now.
Yeah.
What about in like 3 weeks when this episode comes up?
Maybe I might have an Instagram account. Just ColeBjack.
Maybe
Maybe I don't know. I haven't looked up the name for it
It
yet.
has to happen now.
it has to
But
happen
I'm
now.
thinking of just posting Valorant clips in there. So
Sure. Yeah.
yeah.
If it's there, I'll put it down there and you can see more of him and maybe you
Yeah.
can let him know that you want him back in. I mean, he'll be back in the show, especially when we talk about school. But
right.
yeah, he'll be back. So yeah, thank you for coming on. You can find us, me and Zach, same places, you know, same place it's always at. And do you have anything to say, Zach? Do you have any, first, let's see, Jack. Do you have anything to say, Jackson? Anything you want to say? The floor is yours. How do they do it? This camera, that camera. What do you have to say? We only have 2 cameras.
Sub to Anuki on Twitch.
Let's go! Let's go! Anything, Zach? Do you have anything to say?
If you guys want us to have more people on, whether it's, you know, the same people that you guys have seen so far, or if there are certain people that we've talked about or talked to during various streams or videos or whatever, just let us know down below, and we will definitely try to make that stuff happen. We can't fly people in yet because, you know, we don't have money.
Yeah.
But, you
no,
know.
we have money. It's just COVID, right? That's the reason. Cabbage. Yes.
That's totally the reason. Cabbage 19.
The Rona.
Yeah. But anyways, I love your face.
Sorry.
I love your face. See you next time. Goodbye.
Hey.
Goodbye.
Fade to black. Go. Yes.